Put that back in the old tray-a-roo. Clap, 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 clap.
Kung Fu Fenris with some geek on geek crime.
Oh, geek on geek crime.
Yay!
Whoa.
Big, huge thanks to those folks who are resubscribing.
Yeah.
Or who have perhaps already done so, which is taboo. We're gonna find out. Weirdness gonna find out.
I have loot. I have shiny loot. I have shiny loot.
Shiny loot?
Shiny loot. New dice tray that is a dice holder, so I get to hold all my dice so I can do my counts and do my rolls and take up less space on our tiny table. Yay.
And you got that loot helping out Lupus.
I did.
Well, helping fight Lupus,
Wait.
not helping out Lupus.
Wait.
Helping combat lupus. Scott was a guest on a Roll for Shoes over on Super Dylan's channel because they were raising money to combat lupus. And yeah, I got a cool paint your own die that I can't paint very well, so y'all probably also can't see it because we aren't
It looks
focused
so
to that
great.
depth. But
I loved your what's the word I'm looking for? Like fancy shots. Your fancy photos or on Twitter.
My fancy pics.
Staged.
They're on my twits. But
Glam
yeah.
shots.
Dice.
Thank you, folks.
Thank you for the support. But yeah,
Mocho hype.
Is it wrong for me to say that one of the reasons I might be excited for Essence is that it will make it easier for us to use Krister's beads once again?
right? Because it'll only be 10 or 5 motes per essence is what was in the leaks. I don't know what the final numbers will be, but yeah. Yay.
I actually just was packing up that cupboard where we were keeping our beads, etc. Our haul. It was great. I also found some mason jar lids in that same place, which was even better.
Oh, good.
The perks of packing up your home, I guess.
Finding shit you thought you lost.
Thought
is
Can we
Finding-
really
use a
good.
bunch of the mason jars we thought we couldn't?
Well, like 2, but yes,
Hey!
better than none.
I mean, I'll remind folks, I mention this a lot, so I don't imagine that people don't remember this, but the dice that I use are first edition Exalted dice that I've had. So that means, and this is what's gonna zinc your snipper,
He's gonna what my what?
this is what's gonna zinc your snipper. That means that these dice have to be, if I'm gonna,
My snipper awaits zinking. It's snipping in anticipation.
that means that these dice are 20 years old.
Wow. That is actually quite impressive. I really didn't think so. Although I
it
guess that makes sense.
The first edition was released in 2001.
That's almost as long as we were playing Changeling.
Sorry. Thank you, Kurgast.
Thank you
yeah.
for the hype train.
Sessions.
This is a lot of sessions. Tons.
Yeah.
Millions. Billions.
We were having a little like flashback the other day. Liz and I were talking about Changeling, but I mean, we're not playing that anymore. But we were just having a good time, being like, oh yeah, holy shit, that was like 20 episodes worth. You know what I mean? That's great.
Yeah, I came across a flow chart. I was cleaning up my Google Drive, and I came across a flow chart we made, like, just before the first Samhain. It was like, what do we do with Little One? What do we do with Zist? Like, how do we talk to Zister? It was great.
I found my Pinterest board of my Beltane and Penance
Oh my god.
plans.
Nice.
It's so great.
Wild.
And yet, we're here for something else today. Oh boy.
That doesn't look good.
It's not recording in the right location, so that's fine.
It's okay. We can do an export.
We can. I can also just...
Reselect the
Mangani,
folder.
she don't mess around.
Not when it comes to party planning.
I
Planning a
can't
party.
Because
Scott,
we
look
are
at this
currently
Pinterest board.
streaming,
You
so
what?
yeah, it's going to be an export
Okay.
this time around.
I will take a note, though, for future.
Yeah. Because then
Wow,
also
Eric.
the podcast will have to be...
On
Right.
a scale of 1 to
Oh.
10, this episode is 20. Thank you very much. I'll take the credit for Liz's shirt. You're not wearing it today, I know.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm just gonna zip off screen. I am just taking a shirt off, but it might look like more, so
Oh, I see.
there's
Would you-
more underneath.
Don't worry, I'm just taking my shirt off.
I was thinking sort of
I'm-
a zinc your snipper joke again. Can we
Uh,
make that a
probably-
thing? Because John, I really liked it.
Sorry?
Zinc your snipper? I really liked it.
I'm going to Zinc
Yeah,
your
I'd like-
snipper?
I'd like to keep
It's
it.
actually zinc your sniffer, as in to apply sunscreen onto your nose.
Oh, okay, yeah. Here, hang on. I'm gonna do my patented short form in the chat there.
There we go.
Woo! Zinc your sniffer.
It is almost June.
Yeesh.
It's worse. It's great.
Zinc, as in the element zinc.
Mhm.
ZN.
Mm.
Magani.
Not as
It's in your
in
sniffer.
And no, yeah, exactly. Not as in cocaine.
It is a Ned Flandersen. That is absolutely correct, Aragorn. It is from the episode where Bart joins the essentially the Simpsons equivalent of the Boy Scouts.
Oh boy.
Doggos!
Oh, little pups.
Foot.
Is Zoom making me like extra smooth today? I feel like my skin is like.
Oh, we do have touch up our appearance.
That's okay.
Don't turn it off. Don't turn it
Keep
off.
on.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Oh, sorry.
I was just noticing. I was like, do I even have pores?
I mean, you don't. I've been meaning to talk to you about this.
You know, you
mean-
sweat through those, right, Scott?
I'm just glad to see so many people here for this episode. This episode in particular.
Why ever could that be?
Yeah. Is there like? I mean, it seems like a nice arbitrary round number.
Yeah.
20.
Yeah. Yeah.
Arbitrary completely.
Yeah.
We have
nothing ever
we have a bit of a
happens.
history with
What
episode
isn't
20.
arbitrary is our love for She Who Knows 10,000 Things.
Lovely.
Everyone is here. We're also going to send some thoughts and feelings out into the universe for Entropy's Disciple and Strength of Borders, who, by the time they are listening to these words, will be watching at another time, another place, but still in our hearts. But everyone's here, so that's cool. It is also now your time to potentially make her happy or sad.
Oh.
So did you spend experience this session?
Da, da, da.
What der
Betty!
Ooh. Yes.
Woo!
Don't
Oh, take
believe it.
those.
Yay.
Kate?
I purchased a charm. It is a martial arts charm, and it is called Stillness of Stone Atemi. Gives me one more overwhelming on withering, and if I get some 10s, possibly 9s, I can spend some initiative to increase my opponent's mobility penalty.
Whoa. Sorry, that sounds really, really useful.
I just want to stand back and watch Aresta fight.
Yeah, it's like a bar fight, you know,
Yeah.
but we're all just in the corner. We're like, she's good. I also bought a charm, Crimson Fang Bite, which is a melee charm. Essentially allows the addition of some raw damage on a withering attack or doubling some 10s on a decisive damage roll. It's pretty good workhorse of a melee charm, I think. We'll see how it goes.
I asked the old workhorse melee charms.
They do work. That's what I'm saying. Like excellencies, they do work.
Nay.
Nikki's.
For my part, I further increased certain abilities. I went up to awareness 4 and athletics 2.
Dude. I feel like you have this like jump into trees going on. That yeah, that makes sense.
I figured since Gil leapt down onto the dude and shanky shanked, she got better at jumping.
Jumping.
I guess.
And
Well,
shanky.
climbing, jumping, running, right? It's all
Yeah.
kind of covered by athletics.
Yep.
Yay.
Van goes into a bar and starts a fight just to watch Aresta kick some ass. How
Honestly?
likely is this to take place?
I mean, it's
I'm
taking
gonna give
place right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna give
so
it 5-1 for sure. In a regular bar.
We literally lured Aresta into a dangerous situation, knowing she would start a fight.
Shall we remind people about what happened in that dangerous situation? What with our
Ooh.
intel report?
Probably a good idea.
Enemy liabilities. Observations following the capture of compromised students suggest that enemy may have fewer regular troops than initially assessed, likely to be relying on surprise, special operatives, and sorcerers. Chain of command in enemy forces may be unstable. Captured soldiers claim to have orders from Regent Fokuf, but are otherwise uncertain who is in charge. They may be confused or suborned by utilizing this gap in their information. Enemy attempting to recruit forces from our ranks. Their methods are hasty and may allow infiltration for sufficient time to gain a positional advantage. They are traitors and kin killers. You owe them no honor.
Damn.
Objective update. Special task force has been sent to retrieve House of Bell's command staff from bunker complex. Composition of task force need to know only. Heavy resistance expected. Troops not guarding captives should be ready to advance as backup.
Sinus Bracken, captured by Vieren, expected to be killed if rescue is unsuccessful. Anathema posing as Bracken assumed to be present in engagement zone. Currently unknown if captured Bracken, true Bracken, or imposter, Fracken. Information on this and other anathema should be reported to command as highest priority.
Nice.
It's a pretty good military update. I feel like good sitch. I mean, it's not a good sitch, but it's a good sit rep is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's right.
He leaves, he comes back.
He returns.
Hello.
That's what he does.
It is.
Liz?
Hey, folks, our characters may be getting into some really dangerous situations, but we as players should always feel safe and sound. And we do that with the help of these cards. These are our own safety system that has been implemented. We're going to go through what each of the cards mean, and that is to ensure our safety and comfort. Now, you as the audience do not have cards, but you do have options, and we're going to get to those in a second. So, the green card, also known as the play card, means despite potential appearances to the contrary, I am enthusiastically consenting to the roleplay that is happening right now and wish to continue. The yellow card, also known as the pause card, means hold up, everybody, I need to make the table aware of something. Potentially, we're approaching a line or a veil. At the moment, I'm good to keep playing, but a heads up. And red means I'm not okay. Stop. Now, it doesn't mean that the person who caused the situation to have a red card be drawn did anything wrong, but we are going to stop the game and we're only going to start it again when everybody agrees that it is okay. We never joke about any of these cards. This is very serious because that's the only way that we can make sure that our comfort zones, lines and veils are being respected and that we can trust each other as players. Audience, what options do we have in store for you? Well, you can message one of our moderators. Tonight we have Aragwen in the chat, so you can message Aragwen and she will pass along your feedback anonymously if you so choose. You can always message RPGClinic, that goes directly to John. We do try to be accommodating of people's comfort levels, and we do the best we can. Obviously, we can't accommodate everybody, but we do try. And the last thing that you can do if you need to is you can leave the chat, take yourself away from the stream. We would be sad to see you go, but it's important to prioritize your safety as much as we need to prioritize ours.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Liz just rattles it off like she knows. She's got it.
Like a bola or something, you know?
Meanwhile, I'm the one who's like thinking, stop right now. Thank you very much. So it just goes to show where my mind is.
John's cultural references start at the Spice Girls and like work out from there in both directions.
I never would have expected that to be a sentence uttered about me.
But is it
And
true?
yet-
And yet, here we are.
And
Yeah.
yet-
And yet, the sum total of my Spice Girls knowledge was those two lines
Mm-hmm.
and like half of Wannabe.
I know there's a bus in the movie. That's all I know. I don't
the
even know.
Dream Bus.
Okay,
Okay.
I-
I think I know what we're doing. Watch party.
Yay!
Oh my God,
I still
it's
have
been
access
so
to the
long
movie
since
night
I've
in
seen
the
that
court,
movie.
so I'm just saying.
It's been 82
Salted
years.
Ghibli session. Ooh.
What?
That's exciting.
Oh yeah,
I just watched Arrietty. It was
Nice.
great.
I sense a movie night.
Someone I know stayed in the Spice World bus, like by their own accord.
Yeah.
Get in the Spice World bus.
1 week since we played the game.
Please, Jerry.
Shit started to hit the fan.
What?
What the shit? Oh,
What?
That's awesome.
I want to stay in it. Damn it.
Do you?
Yes.
Could've
Okay,
all lived-
maybe
ever-
maybe
ever
if someone had just bought it, but now, like I imagine now it's like probably all graffiti tagged and like people being like, "I'm the 7th Spice Girl," and
I feel like I've stayed in worse places though, so.
I
Still
can
a step
guarantee
up.
it. I can think of those places too. Yeah.
like my basement. Wait, no, I don't have a
Ugh.
basement. I don't think you've ever stayed at my basement. Scott has.
So much.
I have. Thanks again. I remember. Oh God. It's a story for another day.
Any questions before we start? That was a
hiccup?
noise.
We're good.
Right.
We're good. We're actually good. We're good.
Yep.
I don't remember what was said about me when I graduated high school. I know nothing was said about me when I graduated university because they weren't going to say things. They were just like, here's your name. And I walk out and I was the last person to graduate. And so like everyone was just basically like, oh, thank fuck, because I was the last person. But when I was in high school, they mentioned little tidbits about everybody as they went up to accept their diplomas. I don't know who wrote them, but I, to this day, have no idea what was said about me. Because as I was walking up, I could just feel the blood rushing in my ears because it was such a momentous moment. This was me finishing my high school education. I was done. I was moving on to another stage of my life. And so I don't remember a thing. I was not listening. I was not paying attention. I was focusing on going up and shaking a hand and getting a piece of paper and then walking off. I wonder what they would have said about me, though. I wonder what they're going to say about you and whether they'll have the chance to. Do you want to remind people where you are?
Yeah. I mean, I'm inside. So we're all currently underneath Nuven's office. There's been an established fact that there's in fact a large series of tunnels and bunkers running underneath the House of Bells.
That's right.
Underneath Nuven's office is like a sort of well-appointed study, I guess you could call it, maybe a lounge. Bracken is there, tied up. Yaren has sort of like put Pyres in there with her to get her to reveal the location of the anathema. The last thing I said was, fuck this. I don't care what this idiot wants. You should tell me where she is so I can protect her, or something to that effect. That's where I'm at.
Just outside, down the hallway, there are a few of us, and Oresta particularly was sneaking up to attempt to grab Viren.
Gale is watching in horror as this goes down.
Ah, yes, horror. Almost as if you had ways that you could communicate with her even silently, but yet...
Oh no.
I didn't want to spend
Don't
any more
do
motes.
it. Don't do it, Oresta.
Oresta's gonna punch if Oresta wants to punch. I can't stand in her way.
Is that like a Liz code thing?
Yeah.
Thou shalt not prevent
Thou
thy
shalt not be a
ally's
punch blocker. Never.
But Commander Clamjam can...
Commander Clamjam, you punch if you want to punch. Sorry. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Brilliant.
It was an iconic sneak roll.
So you have delivered your fiery speech.
If you want to call it such, yeah. Breathing
You are
heavily.
attempting a big deal swing. It's time. Roll join battle.
I don't know why, but I was hoping you weren't going to say that.
What did you think was gonna happen?
I don't know. Get off some sort of surprise attack. Maybe the roof collapses.
Cat.
All right, here we go.
Let's just get this ready. Right here.
Open up the
10.
combat.
All right, here we go. You fine. Thanks, Aragorn. I know
I
what that
mean-
is, Eric. When I'm just joking around.
I'm not the one who's swinging. Although no, we're not making a swinging
Okay,
joke.
let's see. I'm gonna try to update the thing on my end here, folks,
Oh yeah, I can get mine going.
if I can. Oh. I cannot.
See if I can do it from here.
Well,
I have. Oh. I'm gonna try here. No. John, I have initiative. If you don't mind putting that in for me,
yes.
I have 6.
I also have 6.
Oh. All right. Okay. What can we do? What can we do?
Let's see. Tell is not present. So don't know why that was being called up there.
Hmm.
Okay.
Oh, that was
So-
probably me. I was using G for Gale instead of E for Elizabeth. Or L for Liz, maybe.
Ah.
Here.
All right. So this is an ambush. This is not a surprise. Just
Yeah.
for what it's worth. A surprise attack is when somebody knows they're in battle.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, you're going to completely ignore the target's defense.
Sweet.
And you are going to act first.
Oh, like before round kind of begins, I guess.
Well, in reality,
Like-
what this means is that she's going to act, and then everyone else is going to get a chance
Okay.
to act.
Yeah.
Right. That makes sense.
But she gets to act first,
Yeah. And they have defense 0.
and they have defense 0 no matter what,
Yeah.
because he isn't aware that he's being attacked.
I
1,
mean, that seems pretty good.
4, 5, 6, 7.
As long as I can loot the orbs.
Oh, you want that star medal, right?
Yeah, of course. Who wouldn't?
We don't know what it is. I mean, we know what it is.
Exactly.
I don't care. Oh, sorry, I don't care. You're right, sorry.
The hell, man.
What the hell, man?
Div 2.
Requiem, damn it.
Hmm?
Requiem's like, oh, I should have. Anyway, you can read chat
Shit.
later. Go ahead.
Yeah.
The other 2 go first. Perfect. I can think.
No, your action first because you're attacking.
Oh, okay.
You are initiating combat.
Okay.
Nobody else wants to attack.
Yeah,
We'll
just
see what happens when it rolls
Want
around.
is such a malleable word. What?
I guess this is gonna be a grapple because what I'd like to do is cover his mouth. That's my action, but it's not like a specifically listed gambit.
Okay, so we're actually going. Are you like trying to establish that you are actually grappling him as well, like establishing a grapple, or do you literally just want to make sure that
Cover
he can't?
his mouth and keep control of that situation. So it's probably a grapple.
So it's a grapple. So there you go.
Okay. So that's a gambit difficulty 2, which is a decisive attack.
Which he cannot defend against. So
Yep.
this is not a bad idea.
Yeah, exactly.
Good call.
And while doing so, I'd like to first lay my left hand just very gently on his shoulder to slightly set him off focus, and then reach around with my right hand, and then close the thing.
Close the vice.
Yeah.
The arrest device.
I think
That's
that's
my
what we call
stunt.
Aresta, actually.
That is a stunt.
Great.
Call her the vice.
I get 4 successes, so that exceeds the gambit requirement of 2. And then it's an opposed strength and brawl or martial arts rule.
Yeah. So strength and brawler martial arts. So for the two of us.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm jazzed.
Me
Not
too.
great.
You have a little like group of people with you, don't you?
7
Yeah.
successes.
Okay, I scored 4 successes. Therefore, you get 3 additional rounds after this one with control.
Perfect. Thank
Okay.
you.
So when grappling or being grappled, both of you are going to suffer -2 penalty to your defense. You can't perform a flurry. and the victim is going to suffer a -1 penalty to all attacks. Now, including the turn in which you initiate it, you can choose to savage, restrain and drag, or throw.
I'm gonna call that a restrain and drag to. I feel like that's the most appropriate to try to keep his mouth.
Okay,
covered.
so this uses up 2 rounds of control.
Yeah.
It locks the victim up in an immobilizing hold.
Mm-hmm.
No damage, but the victim can't take any action at all on their next turn.
Yeah. Exactly.
While restraining her opponent, the character may take a movement action, and in doing so, drag the victim with her.
Yeah.
This could be used for abductions or hollow target effort behind cover or whatever. So yes, this would absolutely be a restrained drag.
Yeah.
So that means that you have 2 rounds of control remaining.
Yeah.
Nice. I mean, that's nice.
Pretty
Great.
cool, yo.
Yep. And did you take care of your initiative, or?
I can do that.
Okay. So that is straight up that, which means that Viren can't actually attack. He can't do anything with it. You can see that he's taken by surprise, and while he cuts an imposing figure, you absolutely have more than enough strength and implacability to keep him in absolute place, which means that now we turn to Pyres and Gale. So if you want to attack each other, that's a clash, but...
Yes, nice. Oh god, I've been clashed. Do you have an action? I think I have something as well.
Oh, you sound excited.
No,
I think
I
you
just
should
wanna
go
know.
first.
Okay, I'm gonna.
I got it.
I guess I'm sort of like aware that this is happening, but my
There should
focus
be
is
2.
on Bracken. I was kneeling in front of her for the last line that I delivered. I'm gonna stand. I'm gonna reach my hand out to her. I'm gonna try to be as imposing as possible, and I'm gonna say to her, "I believe in the realm, but more so, I believe in the power of love. Tell me where she is. Come with me. We'll get her. And I'd like to try to unbind her."
How would you try to unbind her? Are you going to try to just like scurry around behind and like undo the knots? Or
Well,
are you going to Gordian blade this?
I've made such a cool tableau. I'm hoping I can use my other hand, pull out Hope, and just in one sort of flourish, like just cut through the bindings.
So you Gordian blade it.
Yeah.
Okay. So don't
down.
forget that your strength doesn't reset until the end of the run.
Okay,
And,
good. It's boosted. This is good.
Yeah, that's no problem. You manage to pop the rest of her binds off, and she stands up a little gingerly. It's clear that she's somewhat injured. Gale whispered.
Okay, so I would like to tell a few of my crew to secure the entrance to the hallway so that nobody can come follow us and intercede with what Oresta's doing.
Which end of the hallway?
So the one that we were walking along.
Okay, so to cover your flank, you cover
Yeah.
your rear. Okay.
Cover our rears. And then in terms of, because we're in a kind of like an almost antechamber right now, right? Like a room, but is there an entrance? How many exits are there out of the room?
So here's what you know. You're in a hallway. There's 2 directions in the hallway. There's the direction that you came from.
Yeah.
There's the direction that keeps on going. There's a door in the wall of this hallway that leads into the room where Pyres is alongside Racken.
Okay.
There's another door that leads outside of this room, and there are stairs that leads up to a trap door. So
Which
it's
presumably
not open.
takes us to the room that's right above us where the group of people are, right?
That's correct.
Okay. So there's the door with Bracken and Pyres. There's the way we came. There's the stairs, and then there's another door. We don't know where that other door
and
leads.
there's the hallway past Viren.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Probably
You're in a
leads
T
elsewhere
junction
in
right now.
campus. Oh God.
This is the room. My thumb is where you came from, and my fingertips are past Viren.
Okay. Well, I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing what's in that other door.
So you're going to enter the room.
No, I'd like to see if I can look through a window first, if there are bars in the window. It looks like
it's
a
a
dungeon
door.
room.
It doesn't have a window on it.
Okay,
You are underground.
cool.
Kick it in.
Oh, then I just I would like to open the door and like kind of gesture for Aresta to bring Bjorn into the room that Bracken is now leaving.
Okay.
Okay.
So I will let you use your move action now if you wish to
Yeah,
drag
sure.
him into the room.
Sure, let's get her in there.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
are all of you now in this room?
I still am, yeah.
seems that way.
Okay.
Well, you wanted
So-
to get
Yeah, we were leaving, but
okay.
I will remind you that this room is kind of like a parlor or a den, as it were. There's various chairs, a mini bar, essentially, stairs that go up. The contents of this room are now Aresta Vieira and Gale Whispered, Pyres, Racken. That's it. That's who is in this room. That's going to be round.
okay.
Regain 5 motes.
Yay.
Which means that first it's Viren who cannot act. And we move to Gale and Pyres.
You want to continue your thing?
Sure. Yeah. Well, I don't really have a thing. She's on her feet. I'm gonna start to guide. I'm gonna call her Bracken towards the door. If she like, yeah.
Make enough noise, by the way, and the people who are above you could hear you. Although I don't think you're aware they're there.
I am not. I am absolutely not, and I have a very loud carrying voice. But I'm not yelling. I'm definitely not yelling. Bracken, I can't. I know in my heart that she does not mean harm to us or to the realm, and that's why I believe that she deserves to live until we can ascertain her motives. I believe the same of you. Help us find her before he does, before they do.
All right. And then she grabs Pyres and yanks him really like roughly right close so that her mouth is just hissing in your ear. And she whispers a very specific gateway move set.
Excellent.
Siantel. Not Siantel. Yeah, whispered. Sorry.
Do you want to play Sionto, by the way?
Sure.
Let's do it.
I want to marry Gale.
I want to marry me.
Oh, is he carrying any weapons?
Well, he threw one. Otherwise, no, you don't see him carrying a weapon.
Okay. Okay, well, I guess I will just turn to him and say, why are you focusing on us right now?
Unless you allow him to answer, he cannot.
Yeah, and I'm fine with that. I think.
Okay, Aresta.
Rhetorical question.
I'm going to attempt to savage him as a withering attack, which means that it's a withering attack against his defense 0 because I've got him in a hold, and it's unarmed attack.
Yep, you make an unarmed attack
Yeah.
against defense 0.
And I'm going to make use of Become the Hammer, which I will use to add 4 dice for 4 months. So that's
Okay.
12 plus 4.
While she's figuring this out, you can just go ahead and roll your damage. I will let you know about
Right,
the
because it's
soak.
defense is 0.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Bracken starts to stumble out of the room, not going up the stairs. She's leaving via the hallway.
Okay.
Okay. That's 12 threshold.
Whoop.
12 thresholds.
Yeah.
Okay, his soak is currently sitting at 10. So add 2 to your damage and roll that.
Great.
Oh. It's a big like clonk on the head.
And I will reroll 6s on the damage.
Okay. Beyond that, I'll ask what the two of
9.
you are planning on doing next round because
9
9?
withering.
okay,
I will gain mine.
well, you'll gain 10.
Yeah. My own. Sorry. Yes.
Oh, okay.
I'm honestly just gonna go with Bracken out into the hallway. I'm gonna hiss back at Gale, like, deal with him. I don't want to see him. We're going to find you in. That's what I'm gonna say.
Since when do you give me orders, Pyre?
I'm hissing. I'm not really ordering.
Okay, so then you're leaving.
I
guess.
am leaving currently.
Okay, so it is round, gain 5 motes. Arresta?
Maybe I should stand
Can
up.
I call Pyres back briefly and say something?
Yes, you
And
may.
I want to hiss something back to you.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
I'm going to be launching a decisive attack against him to try to knock him out.
Okay.
So I will get
Hero.
that ready.
Are you attempting like a throw?
I don't think so.
Okay, so this is just a savage.
Yes. Right.
Okay, so you just roll your initiative and apply your damage,
Oh, okay.
and then reset to base.
Am I allowed to use any charms?
You can use charms that they involve damage, but
Great. Yeah. It gives me. So I'm using Force of the Mountain. It gives me more damage.
okay,
More damage.
because you don't
So-
have to attack
Yeah.
because your threshold successes don't matter. So
Gale hisses back at Pyres. Find Ciantel.
Secondary objective.
That's right.
Find Ciantel. Sorry.
it actually doesn't make a difference, Gil Adgood, because this is her last round of control. So
Yeah.
she has no more rounds to give up to add for dice. So that would be purely a flavor thing. Instead,
always a
she's
good
just
sign.
trying to crush him to.
Oh no, not
submission.
2 dice. Sorry. I double 10. Great.
Okay.
Six.
Okay. Six self
Bashing.
levels.
6 bashing damage.
6 bashing damage
Yep.
is applied as you can hear a few of his ribs creak as you just start to crush him, but then he finally just bursts away from you after suffering a considerable amount of damage. That puts Pyres and Gale.
And I will make it smashing to knock him back because it adds smashing, so I will knock him prone
Okay.
with my hit. Yeah.
Okay, so you essentially then just throw him to the ground.
Yeah.
Okay. For the two of you.
I've understood Gale's message, right? I'm now being tasked to go and find Ciantel as well, which, like, for sure. But I can't let Bracken out of my sight. Not that I don't trust her, just that I don't trust everybody else. So I'm loath to leave my Fang with Vieren, but he doesn't seem to be in a good state. I'm gonna rush out the door and try to support Bracken as she makes her way down the hall. Where is she? Is she in the forest?
She just throws fingers to her lips and then points up, and as she keeps moving down, she's not like limping down the hallway, but
Okay.
she's definitely like creaky.
Yeah. Okay, well, I've understood, so I'm gonna keep my voice down for the next couple of things.
Seems like that's probably a wise choice. Gale whispered.
Okay, so I'm just going to continue talking to him while he's getting the crap kicked out of him. So what was your game plan here? Were you aiming to attack the faculty? Were you aiming to wipe out the entire House of Bells? How does morale fit into all of this? And I would like to honestly do a read intentions to see if he has any intimacies towards morale.
Okay,
Well, he's
I'll let
getting
you
this
stun for that.
Cool.
Go ahead.
I like the idea that that he'd be like, morale. I mean, it's like, did he be like, oh, in that moment?
Yeah.
It'd be great.
3 successes.
By the cant of his head, when
Yeah.
you ask about morale, he has a minor intimacy of mentorship. Okay. He pushes himself up from prone.
Good idea.
And as he does so, there's just this core of inner flame that begins to pulse around him. It's more than just an anima. It's more than anima flux. He is wreathed in fire, and he looks directly at the two of you as Pyres has now left the room. Everything I did was to stop what the anathema have done to you. Okay, so he is going to make an attack. He's going to make a just a straight up withering attack towards Aresta, actually.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to turn around and just with the flat of his hand, he's just going to bring it around and in a very, very fast series of motions deliver quick chops both to her neck, to her ribs, and then finishing it off with a palm strike straight to her chin.
That is a nice stunt.
Damn.
Ooh, wound penalties.
Yeah.
Zoom.
He is suffering wound penalties, yes.
Yeah. And I currently have -1 def by having made a smashing attack. So I'm just going to.
Can still stun.
Yeah.
How are we gonna word it?
Attacking from prone.
He's getting up.
Yeah, okay, cool. I don't remember what the penalties are there, as bad as I thought they were.
Okay.
So, in response to this, Aresta's just going to work at making a series of blocks as when she's training with one of those martial arts training dummies.
One of them mooks.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, and I'm going to. I have a way to increase this. I'm going to spend 2 motes to increase my parry, so it is 5.
It is 5, including
Yeah.
the defensive penalty that you've taken.
Yeah, it's -1 plus
And
2.
adding 1 for your stunt.
6.
Okay. Six on the nose.
Oh.
What's your soak?
Whap, whap, whap.
My soak is 10. 10.
10 it is. Not a lot of damage coming in, but enough to crash you. You're at 0.
Ooh,
Ooh,
no fun.
that's not good.
Well, that's what I get for using a withering.
I took care of it.
Thank you.
Then that's round.
All right, I will regain motes.
Can I also regain motes?
Yes, everyone.
Combat-wise?
You're still technically in combat until I tell you that you're not.
Cool. Good.
So I will also say that now that he has flames wreathing him, any close ranged attacks to him, you will suffer 1 die of lethal damage, which ignores hardness, and you currently have a penalty of 4 on attacks against him.
Whoa.
If you spend a willpower, you become immune to that penalty for the scene, but not the damage.
And it's, 1 damage.
One die of lethal damage per turn that you attack from close range. Enemies that hit her from close range.
Okay,
Hit him.
yeah. Thank you.
John,
Yes.
I don't know if this applies or not, but if and when Pyres is officially removed from combat, can I activate my evocation for when an ally is otherwise removed from combat?
Technically, if you do that, it means that Pyres can no longer enter combat for the scene. And if
Yeah.
he's attacked, so no, he is not currently.
Oh, I thought it meant this particular combat.
So it,
I don't know. It's fine. I just thought I'd ask.
Yeah, I'll say that you can use it.
Cool. It might not even come up.
You can use it. So then, therefore, however, Pyres, you cannot gain 5 motes
Okay.
because you are not in combat.
Absolutely fine.
So there you go. You're activating your evocation. If you can remind people of what that does.
Yeah. So I may activate this evocation when an ally falls or is otherwise removed from combat. This evocation is called Hopes of the Helpless. I may make a reflexive wits war roll, diff 2, and success immediately allows for one of the following. So I guess I should make.
You don't need to list them off. Just make the roll.
Okay.
Well, 1 per plus per threshold success, right? So
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Just trying to
Yeah,
keep
yeah.
it moving a little bit.
Thank you.
So after this, it'll be Aresta.
I'm spending that willpower, so I've spent it.
Okay.
That's 3 successes, so 1 threshold. Okay, so success allows one of the following with 1 additional choice per threshold success. I would like to allow Aresta to immediately roll join battle because she's an initiative crash.
Yep.
I mean,
The regrets that I have of giving off this evocation start.
it's really nice in a good way, though.
I mean, 1, so 4. It's better than nothing. I can do
I got it.
Okay.
I would also like to give Aresta 3 bonus non-charm dice for their next combat movement action.
Combat movement. Okay.
Oh, movement. You're right. Movement's not.
Yeah, that'd be like disengage.
Yeah, never mind.
Or whatever.
I
Rush.
would like Pyres to immediately learn the exact location of. No, he's not. He's out. An
He's not
opposing
in
general
combat.
stratagem is nullified for the remainder of the battle. That's what I want.
Okay. Then Aresta, it is your action at this point.
Great.
Chaos outside somehow.
Great.
Chaos.
I am going to
Spend that.
seeing the flames burst up around Viren. I'm going to take a moment to center myself, take a deep breath, and then go to force my fists right into his gut, like right into his solar plexus.
The old wait and punch.
Boom. So this is a withering attack. I'm activating a handful of charms.
He's going to actually, in an attempt to get out of this, just lean backwards and put his hands forward in an attempt to blind you with the flame from his hands. It won't actually blind you, but that's his defense.
Great.
So go ahead. His defense is currently at 7.
What?
Now that Aresta is centered, she can
Kick
kick
this
some
massive
ass.
dice. I literally can't even hold them all in my hands. This is how I remember Exalted.
This is how I remember Exalted too, actually. Yeah, just like
Getting Ray combat flashbacks right now. Woof, woof.
Aw.
I count more than 7.
9, so that's 2
2
threshold.
threshold. Go ahead.
What his soak remind me?
10.
10. Okay, so 2 for my damage, and I will also be using my new charm, which is 1 overwhelming on withering, so that's not a responsive. Never mind, I didn't activate it soon enough, so just reroll 6s. Great.
I mean,
What's your anima at currently?
I think, yeah, I've only spent 4 this turn, so it's still I'm at a slow burn of 4 per turn or less.
Okay, great. That's
Yeah.
that's very good because I imagine
Yeah.
a rumbling building might alert people who are above you.
So 2 threshold. Geez, that's not a great roll, but I reroll 6s, so we'll see how that helps.
come
me.
on, all 10s. Oh, that's. Oh no, it's withering.
4 damage.
That's still pretty good.
Yeah.
You gain 5, and Viren drops by 4.
Yeah.
And I keep pressing B instead of A for
Ramster.
Anyway, then Gale. Oh, Pyres is no longer in combat.
My actions continue to be social ones.
Yep.
You just tell me when my turn is done, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So looking straight at Viren, just incredibly serious. You know you're playing right into her hands, right?
I will cleanse you one way or the other.
I'm talking about your protege. You're doing exactly what she would want you to do.
Yes. I know. He's going to take 3 steps forward, and then in a mockery of the blow that just landed on him, he's going to take a moment to breathe, take both hands, and then instead of bringing them out to slam Gale in the gut, he's going to take 8 separate strikes at the cardinal points on her body, up, and then finally just drive his elbow through her chest, trying to push her through the wall.
Okay.
This is on Gale.
Gale whispered.
To get away, I would like to try to just like hop up the wall, like backwards, like a spider, like hop and then back down.
Like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man in the locker?
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
I think
Okay.
that was a move in the Matrix.
I'll give you
too,
an extra
actually.
defense for that.
Thank you.
A brief like touch
There's
of the
also
wall.
a separate roll I'd like to make, but that can be my next turn because I was talking.
Okay.
So
What's your defense?
I'm sorry, I'm always losing it. 5.
I'll
No.
remind you that you have a wound penalty of 1.
Okay, I do have a wound penalty. Oh, you said I didn't.
Well, that's 0, but do you have more damage?
So your stunt is
No.
going to offset your
Sorry.
wound penalty.
Sorry, John. I just need to double check. So I've taken 1 damage. That puts me at a -1.
I just see here that you have a -1 wound penalty. I don't know how much is on
I've
your
only
sheet.
taken 1 damage, which I think takes the 0.
Okay,
so
so
maybe
then
we
you
never-
actually do not have a wound penalty.
Yeah, we maybe didn't reset the.
We're not able to reset.
Yours works.
So
Oh,
I-
okay.
Yeah.
No, I just did it.
Oh, okay. Damn it.
So then you don't have a wound penalty. You'll
Yeah.
get a +1 to your defense.
Thank you.
Woo.
Okay, so my evasion is 7.
Okay, I rolled
7.
10. What's your soak?
6.
Ooh. Ripley, this is not really the right time, buddy.
Okay, you will take 8,
Okay.
crashing you.
Yep.
That is going to be round, as his fists, some of them miss as you jump back, but as you start to land, his elbow strikes true. You feel the wall behind you give a little bit with the force of impact, but it doesn't actually take you through the wall.
Phew.
This is round. It is his action first. It's funny. At first I thought I was going to have to kill you, and now I have no time for you. And he just lets a massive burst of flame coat the entire room from his mouth as he delivers Breath of the Fire Dragon
Oh,
I was
to all of you, which means
looking at something like that, yeah.
that this is an unblockable, but that doesn't mean that it's not an undodgeable, decisive attack against all characters, including allies, in a 90-degree arc out to close range. So it will hit both of you. So you need to figure out your defense, but remember that you cannot block, you can't parry, you can only dodge.
Okay.
does this count as a projectile?
No.
Okay.
No, it does not. It is fire coming out of his lungs.
Over under on Morale popping her head around the corner like right now. The over under is not good.
So it's my evasion. not just
Yes.
a straight dodge. Sorry, I
Yeah,
so
it's your
rarely
evasion.
do it that I'm like, what is
Yeah,
it
yeah.
called?
Russ is like, the fuck is this? Getting out of the way. Why?
Maybe I should get out of the.
Now, let me see what kind of dodge.
It's a stamina in martial arts. Okay.
2. 5, 3. Let me check my dex. Sorry. 2.
Sorry, we are rolling dodge.
Yes.
That's fine.
Okay.
You're giving your evasion.
Oh, okay, so we're not rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
correct.
don't have to
okay.
roll.
No, I have a charm that
But you
affects
can-
the roll. Yeah, I am. Okie doke.
Boost that shit. Yeah.
Is this withering or decisive?
This is a decisive attack.
Okay.
I need to know if any of you are changing your defenses, because otherwise I gotta roll.
No, my defense is staying, and I'm not going to use any charms to increase my soak.
Okay. Your soak
I'm-
won't make a difference to a decisive attack,
Oh. Hardness.
and your hardness doesn't apply to this attack.
Great, then no point. Great.
Fuck it.
I'm raising my evasion to 6,
Okay.
and I want to try to stunt by jumping and grabbing the overhead hanging light, the chandelier.
To like keep yourself pinned against the ceiling.
Yes.
All right, I'll take that. So your defense is now 7.
Okay.
Yours is 2. Here we go.
Here we go. Rest is just like thinking thoughts about all the roasted
So
chicken.
congratulations. I rolled 5, which means that you successfully dodged the flames. You, however, are going to be hit, but you're hit by 6 dice of damage because Good is on it. But specifically, this charm ignores hardness. So there's no point to this. Okay. Aresta, you are taking... Is this the first time you've taken
Yep.
damage? You are
Oh.
taking
Achievement unlocked.
1 health level of
Lethal?
lethal damage, yes.
Great.
Ow.
Still, it's. Come on, game. Come on, thing.
However, at this point, he is going to turn and start to charge up the stairs towards the upper floor. I'm treating this as a disengage.
Okay, sorry, I'm gonna contest that. I'm just trying to figure out why it's not letting me. Does it log me out in the middle of combat? Okay.
I'd like to try to throw something at his ass as well.
So in this particular case, what's going to happen? This is just a straight up. This is combat movement.
Mm-hmm.
So sadly, if you had given her combat movement dice, then she would have been able to benefit from it
Curses.
this time around. But
There we go.
alas, it was not meant to
Don't
be.
worry, I can't wait to call up that the stratagem is nullified. Can't wait to see how that's gonna go into play.
Morale's just like, what the fuck is going on
Where'd
up
my
there?
plans go?
Honestly, it'd be horrible.
Okay, so
Chaos.
he's going to roll dexterity dodge. This is a dexterity athletics of all opponents who wish to contest the disengage. So dex athletics for
Yep.
both of you.
Didn't think it would come up.
If he
just went up
defeats
to
you,
athletics
he
too.
moves out to short range. It means he makes it to the top of the stairs. If he doesn't, it means that you're going to keep him from getting up the stairs. Or at least interposing your way between him and the stair.
Because I'm not allowed to attack him while he's disengaging if I have thrown, do I?
This
can I
is
just throw my
specifically a
chopper?
combat. This is a combat movement action. You can stunt it by declaring an attack, but you can't actually attack him until it's your turn.
Okay.
So you can stunt this if you want by declaring something that you're doing with Soaring Eye.
Yeah, while I'm still swinging on the chandelier, take one hand off, grab my chakram, and go like, it's been too long, babe, and throw it
Gale's so cool all of a sudden. What happened?
and throw it at his retreating back.
Charisma 5 all
Okay.
of a sudden. The hell?
I'd like to kick my foot into the ground, kicking up some pebbles to like hit at his feet as he's retreating. And this is the beginning of my casting.
To try to force him to stumble.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll give you both 2 dice for that for that. So you're rolling your Dex Athletics.
Five.
6.
Hey!
Okay, the pebbles aren't enough to stop him, but the chakram embeds itself in the door, which causes him to take a step back, and then it returns to your hand. So I rolled 6 successes, which means that you met that. And then it is going to be Arresta's turn.
Did he spend his 2 initiative to do that? To disengage?
Now he did, yes.
Yeah, great. Just to look at relative initiative.
Is it 1?
Okay, I'm going to launch a withering attack because that'll crash him. So yeah, I'm going to, now that he's been stopped by Gale, I'm going to come up behind him and wrap my arm around his neck and like push into his lower back to bend him backwards towards me.
So what kind of attack?
This is a martial arts withering attack.
It's a withering attack.
Yeah.
Okay. As you reach around him again, he's like, not this shit. And he's literally just going to twist his body enough to try to fling you off the stairs.
Perfect.
His defense is 7.
Spin 4 motes.
He doesn't get an overwhelming because that technically was a stunt, not an attack from Gale. Gale, you are going to get a chance to attack now, so it is your action while she's figuring her stuff out.
I would love to.
Sorry.
13. His defense, sorry again, is?
7.
Great.
I'm gonna throw Soaring Eye at him again. So it came back, and as soon as I see Arresta's got him, it's like not even just taking the momentum from it coming back to me and using that and throwing it right back at him. I'm aiming for his shoulder. I want to get right in the joint.
Right in the joint.
Right in the joint.
Go ahead.
Imagining like a discus throw.
Stunted, yes.
Is he short range at this point, or
He is currently he's still at close range to Arresta, so he's at short range to you, yes. I'm going to point out that you're going to take a die of lethal
Okay.
damage, so I'm going to roll that.
And his defense hasn't changed. It's still 10.
His soak, yes, it's still 10.
Great.
You will take 1 lethal damage.
Ooh.
7,
Does that take effect before or after this attack?
It's after the
6.
attack.
Sorry. Overwhelming. Or
So you won't take the wound penalty
Right.
for this, and you don't wound penalty for your damage rolls anyway.
Yeah, but still.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, roll my 6s. 1, 2, 3.
dislocate his shit?
Successes?
Is that a decisive?
5.
5.
I thought I
Okay.
think it was decisive.
That knocks him down by 5. That puts you up by 11
But I'm not using it.
because you crashed him.
Backseat combating.
I can't use
Uh,
decisives anyway. I'm crashed.
Gale whispered,
Her attack is coming in hot.
That's six successes.
6 successes. Okay, then that's his defense would be 6, so you succeed. No threshold,
Okay.
but it is your action. Shirnosho, I already took into account the initiative break. She did 5 damage. She gets +1 for the successful attack, and then +5 for the initiative break.
What's his soak at, John?
10.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, initiative shift only counts if I was still crashed.
Yeah, but she was not. Oh, sorry, initiative. You were talking about initiative break. Yeah,
Shift.
no, s-
Yeah, they're different terms. Anyway, yeah.
No successes.
no successes. Okay, you still gain 1.
Yep.
To your, which I'll take care of for you. You still gain 1 to start climbing your way out of initiative crash, but he is now crashed as well. Okay, so that's round, and we're gonna go to Pyres. So you 2 regain 5 motes, please.
Thank you.
I realize I didn't ask whether, because I'm letting Bracken lead, obviously. I'm trying to keep her covered, and I'm not yelling, obviously. But I'm not sure whether she went back the way we back the way I came, or we came?
No, she is heading
The other way.
further down the hallway.
Okay.
You can hear the sounds of shouts coming from behind you. It seems that the people who have been left to guard the rear are engaged. So you can choose whether you want to jump in with them or continue with Bracken, but she's heading down that hallway.
Yeah, it feels almost like a betrayal to leave the other princes of the earth behind, but like I have to stick it with Bracken for now. I've kind of thrown in my lot with her, I feel. Keeping my voice low and kind of trotting alongside her as we're heading down the hallway as well. I just want to say I'm still not sure if I 100% understand you or where you're coming from or why you have some sort of dark shadow version of yourself here, but I know that you want us to succeed and improve, and that you love this place, and that
there's
I know
not
how you
going to
feel
be
about
much
her.
of this place left.
Do you think she'll defend it?
I think she's more concerned with defending you.
Me?
It's not about the place, Pyres. It's about the people. The princes of the earth can change the course of this entire world. One school is enough to change you. But the change has already happened. These aren't opening moves. And then she leans a bit too heavily, betraying the fact that she's not moving with her full capabilities, into a different door that's about 100 meters down away from where you were before. And tumbling into it, she steps and starts scrambling up some other stairs if you follow her.
Yeah, so I've skidded to a halt so that I can make a turn, because that was super unexpected. And I'm going to follow her up. I've got, Hope and Abandon are at the ready, just FYI.
She begins to climb, and you can tell that she's actually underneath Vieren's office. As she pushes the trapdoor open, you have been in this basement before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we found quite a few things here when we were last here as well.
I have to imagine he's not here. And she begins to make her way out of the building.
Keep your head down. I think there's still enemy combatants out there.
Like, I know what to do with that. And then, as she pushes the trapdoor up, you hear the sound of chill air blowing. The building doesn't exist.
Sorry. Wow.
I need to get a look. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna shove her out of the way or whatever, but like, what?
It's been completely razed. If it was fire, there's no ash remaining, but you can see that there's rubble that surrounds in almost like a crater form around this one building. Most of the administration buildings seem to have the same effect. There's a lot of smoke and haze in the air around you, and otherwise it sounds remarkably quiet.
Is this silence kind of like that feeling of kind of disconcerting silence I had back before all this shit started? There was like a heaviness to it.
Similarly, yes.
Mm.
However, it's your ears aren't ringing and you can't hear a heartbeat really loud, and someone isn't being like, "Poor, Flyers, we gotta go."
That's my fave. Do I have any sense of like something huge must have done this? We were attacked by obsidian butterflies. Are they still around?
There are no butterflies in this area that you can see, or no remnants of the obsidian.
Well, okay, so I'm looking for siege weapons, or I'm looking for sorcerers in the clouds.
Cool.
Like,
I
that's
want
the
you to
only
roll
thing.
me your perception war, please.
Yeah, let's do it.
At
Let's
a
go.
difficulty of 4.
Okay. Yeah. Just gonna spend some motes here.
If there's one thing I know about where she is that she wouldn't want to leave the students unattended for too long.
You think she would come back?
I think she would be as close to the first or second years as possible.
We just routed them not too many minutes ago. They had been taken in under the command of Vieran.
Correction, the first years were, second years were not.
Sorry, yes, I didn't specify. You're right. Yeah, the first years. My roll.
This isn't where the butterflies attacked, Requiem.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 successes. Perception war.
Okay. It's clear that this has been hit with concussive force, enough to blow buildings up. The idea that buildings of this nature could be so utterly destroyed would indicate probably not like foot soldiers running in or whatever. Yeah. Even just like fire wouldn't be enough to do these, as many of these buildings are made of stone. You estimate that it might be the result of a summoning or sorcery. A demon could do this.
Siege weapons presumably could as well, but like
siege weapons could,
I don't
but
see any.
They're not. You don't see siege weapons.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, wild. All right. Well, I'm gonna climb out of the trapdoor, and I guess I'm gonna try to make my way to whatever cover there is nearby. It won't be here. If there's nothing left. If she's with the first and the second years, then that would put her back at the barracks. If that's what you think, that's where we need to go.
Most of the faculty were involved in a meeting.
I know.
Do you have any idea where they are?
No, I think I managed to warn some of them in time to lessen the severity of the initial attack, but we had to fall back, and it didn't. The administration offices didn't make it. We have
to presume that they're dead.
We have to.
Tell me, where are the first and second years?
The first years are well, I'll name the sort of HQ that we had, which was like a lecture hall of some kind, I think?
It was a lecture hall.
Reinforced a lecture hall. It's the first years. Some of the second years are with them. We've fortified the position. If I go first, I imagine we can get through.
Then let's go. So as you're heading across this landscape, you can either do so quickly, you can do so stealthily, or you can do so keeping an eye out for anyone who may or may not have survived the attack. Choose one.
I'm looking the third option. I'm looking for survivors. I'm also using that opportunity to keep my eyes peeled for like enemy combatants.
Very well. Perception survival, please, at a difficulty of 4.
Oh. Well, that's less good for sure, but that's okay. If I'm on the lookout for survivors, what I'm really looking for in amongst the rubble would be, it would be evidence of people having made little makeshift shelters or like cover, right? That's kind of what I'm on the lookout for, little like changes in elevation.
Okay. Go for it.
Thanks.
They're stunting so well.
Mm-hmm.
We're learning. I got. What did you say? I got 4 successes.
Okay. Then when we come back to you, you'll be able to find somebody.
Come on, Bracken, we can do this.
Aresta.
Using the grip that I have on him from my previous attack and our proximity to the door, I'm going to do a bit of a wall run. While still holding on to his neck and back, and then try to flip him back straight onto his neck. This is a decisive attack.
Put him into his own fire.
A bashing attack?
Not how that works.
Yes.
Okay, so as you're attempting to do this, first of all, I'm giving you 2 dice, a success and a willpower.
Ooh.
Yay!
For that.
We love a good wall run around here.
I do like a good wall run. I
Yeah.
mean, we already had a good wall run, but this is a wall run that also involves smashing somebody's head into the ground.
If you... yeah.
As you start doing the wall run,
Mm-hmm.
he is going to attempt to stop you simply by delivering a single uppercut directly into your solar plexus to try to push you away from him and knock you off balance. His defense is currently at 5. Because he is still suffering from onslaught penalties.
11, so...
So it's a decisive attack, so you just roll your initiative, which is 20.
Yep. No, it was 12, actually.
How much?
From the
Yeah,
extra
20.
success. Yeah.
That's my friend.
Thanks, Jill. The power
Just dump
of
these all
friendship.
out into my hands and attempt to roll them.
Jesus.
Clink, clonk, clonk, clonk.
Okay.
Remember that your zeros do not double.
Correct. 1, 2, 6.
And is this bashing or lethal damage?
Bashing, and I did use Become the Hammer, which means I get to reroll the 6. Doesn't do anything. Okay.
So 6?
Yep, 6. Bashing.
Okay. You get up. Describe what you've done again.
So I had previously grabbed him around the neck and the lower back, and then I did a wall run while holding it to flip him backwards straight onto his neck.
Okay. You flip him. His neck makes contact with the bottom stair, and he slumps over. You're out of combat.
Yay.
He's unconscious.
I'm gonna pick him up and
He's taking 12 health levels of damage, Kung Fu Fenris. How much
Yeah.
Ox Buddy do
It's
you
a
want him to
lot,
buy?
yeah. If you buy 4, I think you get a 5th level free.
and you don't take a health penalty to your decisive damage, correct?
No.
Okay.
However, you are going to take a lethal die because you attacked him.
Oh.
And he's made of fire.
Oh, and you take another lethal.
Oh wow, I'm still at -1. I'll be there for a long time, folks.
Pain tolerance.
Good, strong.
For the win.
It's really strong, yeah. It's a good merit.
Easily my favorite merit from when we played.
Scott looks at his merits.
Okay. However, I will point out that the area that you're in is currently aflame.
Oh,
So like the chairs are on fire, the walls are not because they're made of stone. So remaining here for another round will be safe, and then it's possible that this place will go up. In fact, it'll go up in a number of rounds that I have secretly rolled. There you go. I will determine how many rounds you've taken. Go.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick him up.
Easily done. You are strong.
I would like to nod back in the direction that we came.
Mhm.
Because at least we know there are reinforcements that way.
Yep.
I'd also like to check to see what direction Ciantel is in now.
Santel is directly above you.
Still, huh?
I mean, that doesn't sound good.
No, it does not.
Yeah, you specifically told me to look for her, right?
No. You were doing your thing. I knew this was a secondary plan.
I'm gonna start hustling back the way we came then.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so you are lifting the body.
Mhm.
You are pulling him out of the room. You're following.
I am following.
Okay. When you get out into the hallway, your reinforcements, the last one that is standing, so we'll say that this one is... No, you sent Genvalar back, right?
Denvalar was at the very, very front of the hallway directing people after us.
Right. So you sent Quick Rat back.
Yeah, Quick Rat
We
went
have
back
Fiedge.
with
So it's Fiedge
Fligian.
and
Azura.
Azura that you left behind? Okay. So Fiedge seems to be unconscious, and Azura is currently lifted up by a grim scythe. She's hanging over the blade, and then Moral just slams it onto the ground, dropping Azura, and she bounces twice before she looks up at the two of you.
Oh.
She has behind her one other Dragon-Blooded who you do not recognize, but who is also wielding a just a standard Jade Diclave. And there are 10 Legionnaires. These are not Dragon-Blooded. These are mortal soldiers who are behind her, who will act as a battle group.
I immediately hold Soaring Eye up to Viren's throat.
Yeah, I give him like a little bit of a jostle to indicate that he's knocked out. So, shall we talk?
Yes, let's talk.
Smart cookie.
And she steps over Azura's still form.
That's close enough.
You're the one with the infinite chakram. So she's currently at short range.
Great.
You are no longer in combat, I should point out, so your initiatives are no longer applicable. So you've got something I want.
You want this? I say, pointing at him.
Yes. I want that.
When are you willing to pay for it?
I don't know what I have to offer you. You're going to have to make your own demand.
Surrender.
No.
Complete and utter surrender.
Kill him.
Then he's not worth much to you.
Certainly not worth surrendering. He would
I'd like
want to die to protect what's happening here today.
Interesting. I'd like to make a read intentions on Morale to see what kind of intimacies she has towards Viren.
So soon into your negotiation? You're going to be limited in what you can discover. If this
Well,
is
it's
all you
specifically the way I'm picking apart the way she said kill him.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. You can roll 2 dice.
I need to see how seriously she meant that.
Yep.
It's only 2 successes.
So you do not succeed.
Oh, I forgot my one. Sorry, specialty. Yeah, it's not enough.
Her guile's 4, so.
Yep, not enough. Not enough.
Impressive that you took him down.
Didn't take long.
Neither did this.
Rude.
Couple, 5th years? Yeah, what a surprise.
You are not a standard couple of 5th years, are you?
No.
No. You're the ones who've been palling around with my brother.
How dare.
What is it that you saw in him? Is it what I see in him?
Did you choose your fang?
Yes. Because I was worthy to.
Ooh.
Not everyone gets special treatment. Princess Gathak.
It doesn't seem that way. You're outnumbered.
Are we?
Yes.
Odd. I counted 300 plus 200 that laid down their weapons pretty quickly. Or what's the total class population?
Like 20 to 30
The entire school?
of each year. You're saying
So
200 to
expensive.
300. There are like 30 first years.
I don't know what to say.
okay.
Morale. I just
Yeah.
Then,
Oh yeah, no, fuck around.
so 3 times 7 is 21. So then, like, 150. 200 if you count the,
They're not here. They can't help you. It's the two of you with one heavy burden.
that can be ended the second it's inconvenient.
It's absolutely true. We're going to call this as holding at bay. So there are specific rules for this.
Okay.
I will remind you.
Him? Holding him at bay?
Yeah, you are holding... Currently, you're holding Viren at bay.
Yeah.
So... At this time...
Because that's based on difference in initiative.
No. It
Okay,
is...
that's what I have here.
So,
Maybe there's a separate one that's out of combat.
okay. To hold someone at bay is to succeed in an ambush without attacking, choosing instead to hold the target hostage for a number of rounds. You are holding him hostage because by definition, he cannot resist. He's unconscious. He cannot defend.
Mm-hmm.
So, at this time, the character points her weapon at the target's vital organs. That would be you, Gale whispered. The target knows he will suffer a deadly attack. So the thing is, the target doesn't know. Your target is actually morale. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Because morale is the one who might potentially go forward. So the character may interrogate, threaten, cajole, or otherwise detain her opponent for a number of rounds equal to the difference in their initiative. So that is correct.
Okay,
But
so
there
it's morale that we're holding at bay.
it is morale that you're holding at bay.
Okay, sorry.
But the target who will end up suffering the damage is going to be...
Okay.
So you're not currently in this. So instead, we're going to throw this down a different way. Okay? So, Gale whispered, I'm going to ask you to roll your appearance and thrown. Even though I know you're just going to slice his throat, but it's fine. You're going to roll appearance and thrown, and you're going to do that against her resolve. And that's the number of rounds that you're going to have before she's able to act, and you don't automatically get to slice his throat.
Am I allowed to know what her resolve is before paying my pool?
Yes, her resolve is currently set at 5. It doesn't mean that you can't still try to attack. It just means that, like, this is the number of rounds that you know you have that you can automatically just kill him.
Right. Righto.
Alternately, you can roll join battle against her.
Nah.
No, I don't think so.
6.
Okay, so you'll have, I'm going to say you'll have 2 rounds. So 2 rounds. This is a social round. I'm not using 6 seconds. You have the equivalent of 2 rounds. I will let you know when you have 1 round left, and then I'll let you know when you have no rounds left. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So if at any point you decide that if she, like, makes an aggressive move towards you, you can say, I do it. And then I'm going to just say that he dies. Technically, it's different roll, but I'm just going to say that he dies for the sake of this. He's already real hurt, real bad. You're lucky he's a prince of the earth, otherwise his neck would be jelly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't suppose I could convince you that you're on the wrong side.
What has you certain that you're on the right one?
I graduated, and over the course of my last year, I began learning more and more about what was happening outside the House of Bells. That has to interest you too.
Of course.
It isn't good. With the disappearance of the Scarlet Empress, we've been seeing more and more of the return of other Exalted.
And what does the House of Bells have to do with any of this? We are the center of the legions that come forth into the Wild Hunt. Why would destroying us? This is the opposite of what would help us destroy the anathema.
Because we've been compromised. There are anathema here at the House of Bells.
And killing them would be the solution, not pitting student against student against student.
They've already poisoned the minds of those who are here.
I'm sorry, but it sounds like exactly the opposite. It sounds like someone has poisoned the minds of Viren and perhaps you.
You are standing with the anathema against me.
Gale? I say, like, nodding my head towards her.
My brother is currently traveling with unknown anathema right now,
Well,
and you are defending him.
Pretty sure I'm defending myself.
I'd like to cast my little linguistics charm to send a message to McPyres over here.
okay.
We're facing off with your sister in the tunnels. So ...
I feel like I'm like kind of lightly jogging, and I kind of like slow to a stop, and I'm like, son of a. As we go back to these guys.
As you slow to a stop, you look to your right and you can see that there's a lean-to shelter that has been very hastily built, similar to the one that you found Juin in the
Right. Similar.
And there's definitely somebody still underneath there. Bracken has not seen it, and she is continuing with a single-mindedness towards the lecture hall.
Okay. I'll catch up with you. I'll catch up with you, I say to her, somewhat quietly.
She just
and I'll-
waves her hand and continues.
All right. This is probably a bad move throwing in with her. I'm gonna duck off and see who's sheltering.
Underneath is Garavel. He currently has no legs, and he has managed to protect himself as best he can. As you discover him, he looks up and you see that there's this massive relief that washes over his face, and he just sinks his head back onto the ground.
Sir.
Cadet, you're alive.
Sir, you're alive.
So far. I assume that means that the other students are still safe.
We've managed to fall back to a safe position, and we've driven back the initial assault, but I am... What happened out there? I've just seen rubble.
Yosi.
Huh? What?
Yosi. This has been planned for a long time.
This doesn't make any sense. They're here to unearth anathema and rot and decay, and using Yosi as a quick timeout. That's not a thing.
What, the
Like, you
Dragon-Blooded use?
Sorry?
I mean, maybe if you were Ladal.
Hello.
I was gonna say, like, it's not like, oh well, I'm a sorcerer, so
demon
like I'll summon a
creatures.
devil,
They're like,
Demons are not typically used in the war tactics of the Dragon-Blooded.
yeah.
Thank you. I
Close-minded.
this is a classic Ladal Gale whispered move. I am so excited, but horrified.
Shiranosho makes a very good point. But
Ooh, interesting. Sir, I want to get you back to our fortified position. Bracken is on her way there now too.
I don't know if this is a fight that we can win today.
It's not a fight that I'm willing to leave you behind from, sir.
I'm still protected while I'm here. You need to secure the release and safety of as many students as you can. They're more important, Pyres. Right?
All right, sir. I was taught never to leave anyone behind, but I also was taught not to contradict a direct order.
Who on earth taught you not to leave anyone behind?
Well, I just sort of picked it up over the years, you know?
You're going to be leaving many people behind throughout your career. That's just the reality of war.
I want to move people forward, sir. I don't want to leave people behind. That's not what I want to do.
I always wondered whether you were actually cut out to be a soldier, Pyres. Or whether you were more like me.
What do you mean, like you? You're one of the best professors here, sir. Faculty, whatever.
I undo the damage the other professors try to do.
It's all part of a cycle, sir. We are attacked. There are people who are attempting to bring us down for reasons that are wrong. And part of that cycle will be healing from it. We need people like you to carry us forward into the future. Are you sure I can't change your mind?
I'm not saying don't come back. I'm saying that you have other priorities at this time. Yeah?
Sir.
Where is the rest of your hearth?
They're down below. They're engaged with my sister.
That's good. That's good. That you know where they are. And that they're alive. I'm not ordering you to do anything. I'm just asking you that for every single bump and scrape and bruise and cut that I healed over all of those students over their times here, that you make sure that it wasn't a waste.
I can do that. And I want to. And as much as I need you to stay alive, and as much as I need Bracken to find what she needs to find, and as much as I need everyone to stay safe, the threat's down there.
No.
And we're not gonna
What are you
be
kidding me?
safe until it's been neutralized. I have to get back to my hearthmates.
Go. Go. I'll be right behind you.
When I come back for you, it's gonna look so good when I carry you. Don't worry about it. It's like make a lame joke, like attempt to make, yeah.
I can carry myself. Go ahead. Go on.
I'm spending a mote to find the direction of Siontel, who is the person I do not, well, I
You
guess all my
directly
hearthmates.
be where you just came from.
Son of a bitch.
Nuven's quarters.
Okay. So, like, I don't have the same intel that these guys do, although I was warned that there were people above us. So I'm going to make my way back, not to the collapsed floor where I jumped down before. I'm going to make my way back towards Nuven's office, the above ground portion, and try to gauge how Siontel is inside.
Okay. This is the point where you notice that there's about 25 people inside that building
Oh.
directly above where you were with Bracken.
I don't have any awareness charms, so it's really hard for me to figure out what's going on, to find out. Is there some way for me to... Is there possibly like a skylight that I could peer in through?
You could probably go in through the hole in the roof that exists.
Right, that was blown up by
Yeah.
the friggin'... Yeah, I'm gonna look before I leap. I want to know who who are these people?
He's learning.
Just a
Okay,
little
well,
bit.
first I'm going to ask you to roll your dex stealth.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, okay.
And do you currently have any... I'm showing that you have some active anima. Should I be updating that?
Yes, I believe it would have gone down by now.
Okay.
I was trying to do that myself earlier. Thank you.
I got you.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm going to, if I'm aware that there are people in that room, I'm going to try my best to climb hand over hand, but in as few climbs as possible. So, like, leap off the ground and just, 1, 2, 3 to the roof.
Okay.
You know what I mean? More of a run than anything.
So you parkour your way up to the top.
That's
You can make your
that's the
roll with
game
your
plan.
stunt. We're going back to these two. One round has passed.
Cathak Morel, you're supposed to be the best of us. Wouldn't it be better to gain us to your side? We were able to defeat him. What's the logic behind destroying the entirety of the House of Bells to get at two anathema?
It's about rot.
Yeah, you cut out the rot.
And that's what's happening. We have reason to believe that it is recent graduates of the House of Bells going the past 10 years that are responsible for the weakening of the Wild Hunt.
Did Viren tell you this, or did you actually procure some information on your own?
I know how to look with my own eyes.
Because I've just heard a lot of regurgitation of everything your mentor taught you.
And who do you think told him?
I don't know, maybe the failed battle?
I think his own ambition told him.
He ran away a failure. Why are you following him?
He ran away a failure? He's here now. He's defeated the House of Bells.
He leveraged the deaths of his squad mates to come back with information to get himself promoted. Do you know what we called him behind his back while he was Games Master here? The Basilisk. Because he's a snake. Because he would easily turn on his own side just as quickly as the opponents. Can I make a lore roll to establish that we actually called him a basilisk?
Sure.
I like it.
Or that he was known as.
Sure,
yeah,
go
like
ahead.
the
I like
snake.
it.
Yeah.
That's kind of fun.
Go ahead.
I mean, I will fully support what
2
Gail was
dice, 1
saying.
success, 1 willpower.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah, we called him the
Look, this is offensive lore establishment.
I love
I'm
it.
kind of okay with this.
I was interested to see if it would work. Is it an intelligence lore? A
This is
manipulation
intelligence lore.
I think it is, yeah. A dramatic or cool fashion.
Are you smarter than a 5th year at the House of Bells?
Hey!
Smarter than a 5th year.
That's 7 successes.
Oh, everyone started calling him the Basilisk.
Totally.
You can even establish who said it first.
When he turned the fangs against each other in the Gateway tournament specifically.
And
Because
who said it
he made it
first?
seem like the game was going one way and then fully made them beat the shit out of each other. And so everyone started calling him a snake.
But who's the one who thought of it first?
It's got to be someone not related to us, otherwise it doesn't make sense. So it's one of the air aspects. One of the
You can have it be a faculty member, you can have it be a student, anyone you want.
Can I know if there was someone that Morale had a lot of respect for in school, like if she had a teacher's pet, if she was a teacher's pet?
I think we
Uh,
hint of that.
Moral did show quite a bit of aptitude towards naval combat.
Seven Fingers was the first one to say it.
Rip. Oh boy. Sure hope he's not an SLC agent, am I
It's a
right?
basilisk.
Oh,
Basilisk.
Look, you believing in a certain cause is one thing, but you should at least be able to trust the people you're fighting alongside. Otherwise, you're being stupid. And I'm saying he would just as quickly turn on you as he turned on the others during that campaign, as he turned on the students, as he turned on the other faculty. Strategist to strategist.
I'm all for destroying the anathema. I'm not for destroying a bunch of students that have been misled because they're foolish enough to believe their teacher, believe a mentor.
You think you know better than the regent himself, than the government that establishes the realm. They
Heard how people talk about the regent.
that is true.
She lifts her scythe again and just lets it rest in her hand. A grim scythe is long AF, right? Like this is the equivalent of like it's as large as your Tetsubo.
Yeah.
You're speaking treason.
I'm saying that there are people saying things. I'm not saying that's what I think. I'm saying that the realm at large isn't entirely behind him. That's a fact. That's not treason. That's
He had orders
information.
to destroy this place.
What is the tactical advantage?
I don't. So she's shouting. I'm not going to shout.
Yeah.
It'll blow everyone's ears. I don't care about the strategic importance. I
Then
follow my orders.
What did you learn at this school?
You now have like 1/4 of a round before you are losing your advantage
Okay.
for Vieron.
What did you learn here then? Nothing? You're supposed to strategize. You're supposed to turn every situation to your advantage. This is not an advantage for anyone except for those who seek to weaken the realm.
And just a single tear falls down her face,
Aw.
and she stands back for a second. Then it's true.
Give me an anathema and I will slice their head off this very second. I guess not slice. That's not in my will.
Well, I was gonna say with a Tetsubo is like really impressive.
You have
Show
to find
me-
out what's true.
Show me the reason behind this attack that is anything but an attack on the realm itself. And I will stand by your side and ask no further questions.
Uh-oh.
I will return Viren to you. And I will bring your brother to heal.
Ooh.
She probably likes that.
That is a very good.
Somebody say pie.
Yeah, did someone say heal? Rough.
Are you attempting a persuade action? with
Yes.
What are you trying to get her to do?
I am trying to get her to give a clear reason why this is advantageous rather than I was told to.
You're trying to get her to say something?
I guess I'm trying. I guess no. My tactic is to try to get her to recognize that the logic is not there. To shake her.
So you're actually trying to instill.
Let me look at the list of socialized actions.
You're trying to give her an intimacy of doubt in this actions or in trust in you or something like that.
Hmm.
Yeah, I guess it's an instill. I mean, I guess I'm trying to persuade her away from continuing this attack. I'm trying to persuade her
Okay,
to our side.
So you're trying to persuade. No, you
Or,
you
like,
can't persuade someone to your side.
yeah.
You can persuade her to take an action, which is call off the attack as best
Yeah.
you can, get everyone out.
Yeah.
You can instill an intimacy in you, in which case she might decide to call off the attack, but she might not. Right?
Hmm.
So it's either do you want to establish an intimacy or do you want her to get her to do something?
I want her to do something.
Okay, so
Mhm.
then it's a persuade.
Okay.
So what intimacy are you using against her? Remember that you can guess.
Intimacies towards the realm. Towards, the realm's continued success.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
the intimacy that she's using to defend against this.
I will use a charm to increase my socialize.
Be a good idea. Her resolve is currently sitting at 6.
I'm gonna
a lot.
spend a willpower.
Established it at 5 earlier.
Yeah, no, it's I'm not surprised at all. Especially if
Ugh, I wish there was a way to support someone in this.
get them more intimacy.
She's made her call as to what
Yep.
she's doing, Pluggy Hero. So
Mhm.
No, that's
So
good.
I'm spending
Strong.
willpower on this. That's
Yeah, if I just go blah, 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 can I throw off her resolve a bit?
charisma socialize, I guess.
yes, you're not trying to speech her into the ground.
Nope.
You're not kind of being like, oh, but I'm so attractive.
You should follow me.
And can I
House
use
arrest
like
us,
bringing
yes.
Pyres to heal as my stunt?
Yes.
Stuff.
Oh no, you absolutely have
House
stunted
arrest,
this.
house
I'm
arrest.
actually going to give you 2 dice of willpower and a success Because
Yes.
saying that is a pretty fucking excellent move. This is not going to be an easy roll. And remember that she can still spend willpower to resist, but
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, it felt like very much like a calling of the bluff almost, which is nice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 successes.
oh my. That includes the free success that you got?
Yeah, that's the 3 successes that I got from different sources.
Whoa.
Oh, the also charms that you spent?
I spent most for charms.
Okay.
And something else. I don't know. But yeah. Whatever. I got plenty.
Then it is true that anathema have infiltrated this place so badly that you're not willing to listen to orders given to you by the regent himself.
I will listen to them if he gives them to me himself. I will listen to an official degree that I can trust. I will not listen to a band using magics that are hereto unknown to destroy the center of the Wild Hunt. If you listened to someone tell you, oh yes, let's destroy the House of Bells, that'll fix the realm,
Enough.
that will weaken the realm. You have to understand
Enough!
that we have no information but an attack this morning.
If you give Viren back to me, I will pull my forces back. All of them.
I will return him to you once you have at least stood in front of your legions. I will not give him to you here.
You'll give him to me now on my honor as a Cathak, which remains unstained.
I cannot believe that. Cathak Viren has attempted to break the center of the Wild Hunt. He tried to kill my Fang. He set us against an anathema who he knew was an anathema instead of killing her himself.
You're killing yourself now by not answering to my demand. Give me back Viren, and I will call off the attack. Otherwise, I'll see you
Call
buried
off the
in these
attack,
tunnels.
or I will kill him now.
I'd like to press
I'm
the
like-
chakram a little more into his throat.
I got my hand on the top of his head. Like,
Pyres.
Yeah. Right. So I've, I think, parkoured my way up onto the rooftop of that building that has Siontel in it, theoretically, Nuven's office. I got 2 successes on a Dex stealth.
Okay. Well, maybe they're not looking outside. You might be lucky.
You never know.
So you're on top. You can see that there are inside this building. You can see that there seems that there are some. I'm gonna say elder looking. They don't look elderly, but they definitely look older. Soldiers, probably officers, who are currently standing, guarding against one person who is laid out a large map of what looks to be the House of Bells campus on a table, and they're moving their hands over top of it, muttering, and every once in a while making a motion with their other hand over top.
Oh, damn. Can I see Siontel
No,
at first glance? Okay.
not at first glance. But this is when you hear shouting dimly from underneath you.
Oh no.
And then you see everybody's heads perk up a bit,
Oh.
except for the person who's currently moving their hands over the map.
Okay. Well, this seems to be sorcery. Pyres does not have a lot of knowledge of the occult. Pyres does not have a lot of knowledge of the occult, but I believe this person is using some sort of sorcery to either map the terrain or perhaps used it to like create these, or maybe command something or someone.
Knowing that what I know about your current occult score, sure.
Okay, good guess. Good guess. Okay. I need to disrupt this, and then I need to try to get down to my friends. There's a stairwell that leads from here, presumably down underneath to that lounge before, right? That we were in before.
Yes, there's a trap door
Okay.
that leads to the basement.
Okay. I desperately want to disrupt this person's work. That I mean, actually,
It's pretty disruptive.
It's not the worst idea in the world.
If you fix this by somehow managing to take your shirt off,
That's worth a stunt, right?
probably.
Okay.
That's a level 3 stuff.
Okay, what I want to try to do, John, I'm on a rooftop right now, right? If I can... Okay, I'm going to have to maybe establish some things here. If I can push something over or make enough clatter on the rooftop to make it seem like there are more people up here than I don't have that war charm that lets me like create people, unfortunately, but what are you going to do?
That's a charm.
I know, right?
I'm
If I can
upset.
make it seem like there's a lot of people up here, then what I am going to do is stand up proudly and draw Hope and Abandon, point them down at this sorcerer, and threaten them. And I'm going to try to make it seem like I have a whole group of people behind me.
Gargoyles.
Gargoyles. Put hats on
different
them.
items of your clothing on gargoyles.
So I'm totally
Position
new.
them in the sun so that people who are looking up can't really see it.
Incredible. And then
I'm losing to a bird.
that would be so good. No, but like, I mean, I'm not gonna do that specifically, but in all seriousness, that's the plan. I want to make it seem like I have as large as possible detachment of people, so that when I emerge into their view, gleaming in the sun, I can lower Abandon towards them and threaten them into standing down.
Okay. Okay. Do you want to say what your words are?
I have good words. Yeah, I'm going to stand up tall. I think if I may, I'm going to have torn my shirt open, so it's flapping in the breeze, if I may. In the name of Commandant Nuven, in the name of the House of Bells, in the name of the realm, you will cease this assault. You will lay down your arms. You will not be given any quarter otherwise.
2 dice, 1 success, 1 willpower.
Yay!
Can I flex my pecs a little bit? Okay.
You can roll your appearance
Sorry.
and your presence.
Yeah.
Pyres.
Oh, I'll take my willpower right away, actually. I
See, really liked the suggestion that if you take your shirt off, then that just the sun glinting off your skin blinds everyone. Except you can keep you can keep Aresta and Gale like in the shadow created by your nipples.
Amazing.
How long are my nipples? What do you mean the shadows?
In the
Several New
shadow
York
of
blocks.
nipples, the pyre story.
Holy shit, what?
In the shadow.
Yeah, that fire story. I like it. Oh, that's good. Okay. All right, 4, here we go.
It's
Here we
true.
go.
It's always something with a Scott PC and shirts.
But
In ExalTwitch Nexus, it was fancy shirt, and then Changeling, it was just rocks instead of shirt.
I
Pebbles.
wore a shirt.
very
And
much.
then
fuck's
in
sake.
Academy, it's no shirt.
Look, what can I say? I have very specific relationships to
And
top
Rigel was
parts of
scared
clothing.
shirtless all the time.
Sorry, that's very good. Here it comes. Here we go. Here we go, baby. Let's go. Mama, ooh. John, I got 10 successes.
They look up, all of them, and they see you gleaming in the sun, your shirt waving behind you as a tattered and yet still ultimately effective cape. And then the person whose hand is over the map. Our forces are gone. And just lets their hands drop. We can no longer mount an attack.
This is like way better than Pyres was expecting, honestly.
One of these figures, however, is now starting to move and maneuver now that everyone's kind of looking up at this hole in the ceiling and the pinhole camera that is Pyres. One of these people is now maneuvering to stand behind the person whose hands were over the map.
So the swords kind of come down and motion and like sweep across all of them here. I'm trying to like reflect some sunlight down onto them as well.
He's a solar, get him!
Get him! He's anathema.
Get him! Get him!
Get him!
Against that wall. You will not be harmed. We're coming in to take your weapons and to guide you off of the House of Bells, where you will face justice. No one needs to be hurt. Let's move quickly.
Most of them start dropping their weapons in a pile in the center of the room. Except for the person standing behind the sorcerer, who then produces her rack staff from under her cloak and just pulls it tightly in a loop around his throat and then starts walking backwards.
Okay. Okay. Keep them from saying anything. That's good.
It's nice of you to show up.
Been a little detained, but we made it.
You know how many times I had to spill ink on this fucking thing? I assumed that would slow them down.
That's why I got drenched in ink a couple of minutes ago. I'm gonna nimbly leap down into the room.
It's because you sweat blue.
Good heritage, I guess. Blue blood joke.
Face the wall, all of you, or this one dies. You can clear their weapons. Is everyone else okay?
For now. We got
that's
beer.
not good.
There's still some holdouts. I was hoping you and I could maybe help handle them now that their allies are, well, intelligently surrendering. I say to the room at large.
We can try. And back downstairs.
Viren tried to kill your brother, Morel. When the anathema didn't do it for him, Viren attempted it by his own hand. I hated Pyres growing up, and I still won't forgive Viren for what he did. How can you? How can you choose him?
She swings the scythe in an arc, looping it around until she hooks the person behind her, the other Dragon-Blooded, and just yanks it forward. Its head just flying off and falling down.
That was one of her allies, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Dragon-blooded ally, I think.
It was actually,
No,
Brevin all over
The
again.
Legionnaires are like, what? And then just like
Scatter.
threshing wheat,
Oh shit.
she just starts moving forward among all of them, slicing left, right, left, mowing them down. And then she turns and she looks back at you.
Like, crack my neck a little.
I need time to think. Do whatever you want with them. And she turns and she starts to walk down the hallway, just
Out?
drenched
Towards
in,
out?
like, away from you. Just drenched in the blood of all the people she just slaughtered in the course of about 6 seconds.
That's horrible.
I'm gonna check the pulses of Azura and Fiege.
They're alive. They're not good. But they're alive.
Good ol' medicine 1. I can check their pulse. Good. I'm gonna assume they're as safe as they can be here rather than anywhere else. I sort of ask aloud to Gale.
We should see if any of the faculty are okay. If so, try to find Garabelle.
Back over my shoulder for easier carrying.
So we're bringing him, right?
Are you letting Morale go?
I think
I
so.
think Gale is.
Yeah, so is Resta.
My name's Paul, and this is between y'all.
Like, as long as I get to keep here and I'm okay with this. Because
I
Also,
feel
as
like
long as she
getting
keeps
into a battle
slaughtering
to
her
the
allies, like-
death with Pyres' sisters, probably not. Like, we gotta let them deal with their shit.
But it also means we have, like, Mr. We can torture him for questions. Hopefully not torture, but...
Ew.
Resta wants to go Jack Bauer all over VR.
But
Hey.
more useful alive, okay?
Yeah, that is true.
I don't know. He wasn't very useful.
Sorry.
Gale
she-
very reluctantly.
So she is now,
lowers the chakram.
she's going to be out of sight. Last
Yeah.
chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's gone.
And she appears in 2 seconds and good glasses me when I'm not looking. That's okay. I made my choice.
Heading for the stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to reactivate that charm that lets me get a little mental map of where people are. And I believe it's out to, because we're still underground, it's out to medium range.
So this is yellow card. This is
Yeah.
pause. This is not that anyone's done anything wrong. I just want to say that for now and in the future, until such time as I've chosen otherwise, I do not wish to be referred to as a game master. I'd prefer to be known as storyteller. If that's okay with all of you.
Oh yeah, great.
you.
Thank you for letting us know.
Thanks.
Well,
Please
same.
correct us if we make the mistake.
Yeah, I would
Yep.
appreciate that.
None
as
of
well.
you have done anything wrong.
Yep.
Or in the chat or anything else.
Yep.
I'm making that clear now.
Yeah, does Aresta make dolphin clicking sounds as well? She's
Caca. No, I probably just...
That's
That's what a dolphin sounds like. No, I pull the top off. I've got sandals and I just rip my foot through them.
so good.
Yeah, so any one or thing that's moving and creating vibrations. Just a quick mental map. So
okay. Yeah, Pluggy Hero, again, no need to apologize. You didn't do anything wrong.
4 successes. And
You reminded me of something that I needed to state. 4 successes for feeling the dragon's bones?
yep.
Okay. So this just gives you an overview of the people who are around you?
Yeah, it's anything that moving or black and white image of anything that's moving or creating vibrations. Person walking, an underground spring.
There's people shuffling around upstairs, so I'll let you have a general idea of what's going on. There's someone who's have you jumped down or are you staying on the roof?
Yes, I've leapt down onto the table.
Okay, so somebody has jumped down. There's somebody else who's currently dragging somebody else with you You can feel the creak of a rack staff that's been wrapped around someone's head as she's pulling back. Moral is leaving. There aren't many other forces around. It would seem that they've been pulled back.
So the 60 that I had heard up above previously,
That's the people who...
or near the rack staff.
Yeah, it's now closer to 25.
Okay. And now my aura, my anima starts rumbling slightly.
Okay, so I should point out that you are in tunnels that have been damaged by a certain amount of attacks above you, and now there is minor quaking occurring down here. So there's
Light
dust
quakes.
falling from the ceiling. It's not going to collapse in and around you just yet, but you should be aware.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
If
only
there is a
glow.
danger of it no longer being structurally sound, I think I would try to pull our unconscious friends out of their Fiege and Azura. Yenvalar can help if he's still hanging around. Yenvalar, get over here.
He
Yenvalar,
trots back.
My legs.
Still
I'm
on
gonna,
you.
start helping to move them out.
I'm gonna probably try to make my way back towards the command center with Viren.
I'm going to ask one of you to roll an intelligence war.
I would like to do that if possible.
Scott's just like, nah, I'm on a roll.
Out of my way.
This has nothing to do with Gateway, does it, John?
No, not this time.
Oh, their strategy was nullified, wasn't it? Sorry,
What's-
thinking out loud here.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah!
why do you think a whole lot of people left?
Yay!
Because I look good without a
Evocation.
shirt? Oh, yeah, that too, yeah.
6 successes.
You should probably do something about Viren before he wakes up.
Can you knock him out again?
He is a prince of the earth, ostensibly. He will eventually heal. You're just gonna keep knocking him in the head. Just like repeatedly. Over
It's like
and
a Three
over again.
Stooges gag, yeah.
I mean, I
it's
could do
horrible.
the like I could put pressure on his vagus nerve and lower his blood pressure for a bit.
You keep just like walking through doors off to the side a little bit so his head
Oops,
clonks
clonk.
against the side.
But like, actually, my intention is to keep him unconscious.
Yeah, he can breathe fire, so we
He's
have no way of
dragon-blooded.
securing him yet.
Concussions aren't a thing. So yeah, that is my intent.
Your intent is just to continue to injure him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn.
It's just
Until
like
we
you
know
can
that there's
attempt
a
to like restrain him. No, you're just gonna keep him knocked around.
Once
This
I
is
get,
a legitimate tactic.
once I get back to the barracks and can
Okay.
find some ropes and
I
stuff.
sure hope that by the
Say,
time
once
you
you
want
get
to
to-
question him and interrogate him, you haven't scrambled his brain.
There's no such thing. He's dragon-blooded. It's fine.
Gotta get to Pyres' handcuff supply.
What?
What?
I wouldn't call 3 a supply.
I don't know why I decided it was like a
Enthusiast.
3-cuff handcuff. Anyway.
2 for me and 1 for... No, hang on. That just makes sense.
Anyway. Yeah, I'm headed towards the administrative building.
The administrative building?
Yeah, not the administrative, the
lecture hall?
Lecture hall.
Okay.
Thank you.
I mean, you are gonna have to leave the tunnels and
Yeah.
okay. You're doing the same?
I would like to go, like, I guess help get our people back to the lecture hall, but then I do want to go to the administrative building to see how everyone's doing. So,
Empires?
It's just Siontel and I in here and about 25 prisoners of war, right? More or less. I am going to attempt to command them to quick march back to leave their weapons here and to quick march back to the lecture hall as well.
Okay.
I don't know if they're going to want to do that.
Well, here's the thing. We're going to see how convincing you are, because if they leave the building and realize that there isn't an army behind you, but instead it's just you, they may choose to do something different. So let's see how convincing you might be now that you're asking them to move out into the open. What are you doing to convince them to leave?
So I'm walking up and down the line of them, just kind of, kicking little stones out of the way and so on. Just almost dispassionate and almost disinterested. We're going to be moving you to a more secure location. It's for your safety, of course. As I said before, we're going to make sure that all of you are leaving the campus together, so that you will be prosecuted to the full, so that justice will be served. I promise you that no harm will come to you, but you need to do what I say. It's for your own safety.
For your own safety, huh? All right. This is a charisma presence roll. You can get 2 dice for this.
Thank you. Okay.
I'd recommend succeeding well.
Thank you, sir. I can spend some motes.
If he
think I will
botches this
do-
roll.
You could also spend willpower to gain at least 1 success if you wanted. That way there's no botch potential.
You desperately want the, well, sorry, I
No,
know we want the botch.
It just, if John's like, I want a botch, I'm like, I can prevent a botch.
Yeah, let's spend a point of willpower. And let's spend
This water
Some
tastes especially good right now. I don't know why.
really just straight successes?
Freshly cleaned
Sounds
bottle.
really good.
Yeah, we know he has to have at least 1 willpower because I gave him 1 and he hasn't spent it yet.
Yes, exactly. Okay. I've added some successes. I spent a point of willpower. Let's go to town. It's a good thing I added those successes. Holy shit. John,
Yes.
I got 4 successes on my roll.
Okay. They start marching towards the lecture hall. And then Siantel looks up. We might have to kill this one.
Too dangerous?
Too dangerous to be left alive.
I
That
mean,
whispered will kill me, but I've seen what they can do.
Chantel, someone said there were demons. Is that true?
I don't know what I saw, but it wasn't good.
Siantel, can you bring me the map?
My hands are a little busy.
Got it. I'm gonna draw. I'm gonna draw Hope and Abandon, and I'm gonna execute this person. It's not personal.
You
Duck.
personally are a threat.
Duck.
Done. Yeah.
And then she lets the rack staff go and it whips back around into its long form. Map's there. You can roll it up.
Good. Thank you. Everyone's really shown their true colors today, defending the House of Bells, especially you, Siantel.
I don't know how good a job we did. We gotta go.
Yeah. I will take the map. Does it seem to have any, like, I don't know, weird occult energy on it?
Are you going to
Again,
spend time examining the map, or are you going to take the map and then head somewhere else?
No, fuck it. I'm just going to take it. I need to follow these people who are headed back, who might be perceived, rightly so, as enemy combatants, so that I can make it back to the lecture hall, where Bracken is, I believe, as well.
As you start to head back, you notice that Bracken is still out in the open. She's now standing over the lean-to where you saw Garavel before.
I'm not going to go to them. I'm going to call to her and call out, "Sir."
Cadet?
I believe it would be safer back at headquarters.
Understood. She turns and she starts heading with this group.
I'm gonna give her a nod that is attempting to communicate, I know, don't worry. But, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, so my game plan is to march everyone back to the lecture hall, where I hope we're gonna have find a way to restrain all of these combatants, and then, I mean, we got to get them all out of here eventually.
Okay. You have now returned to the lecture hall, all of you.
Unless there's something blatantly obvious when I walk in the door, I'm gonna head to the command table and ask for a sit rep. And I'm not trying to hide the fact that I have Viren unconscious slung over my shoulder. And his hair was pretty iconic, so people can probably figure out who it is. Not that he's the only green hair person. Still.
Fair. Sir, Quick Rad is currently distributing rations
Perfect.
to everybody. But it is who's going to actually give you the? It's Brevin who's going to give you the sit rep.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
We've managed to keep our escape route open. As far as we can tell, most of the buildings in the administration section are gone. We don't know of any faculty that survived, except for Bracken, as he nods up, and Bracken is coming in alongside a whole bunch of prisoners and Pyres and Santo.
And Seattle.
I like jostle the body on my shoulder.
Nobody said that they were going to get Garavel,
No.
Not yet.
so you haven't missed anything, Kurgast.
Nobody knows where he is.
I'm gonna tell people.
Okay.
I'm just gonna be like, he told me to leave him. Like,
Thank you, well done. I have reason to believe that they have lost their commanders.
thump.
Yeah, I mean, they're... Yeah.
You see the 7th year
Mm-hmm.
you captured before, whose name I can't recall off
That's
the top of my head.
Yeah.
That's Fieran.
Correct.
Where's everyone else? Did you just get him?
Morale is retreating.
All.
I like give a quick glance at Pyres.
What was Cathak Moral doing here?
Following Viren. Leading this. Has anyone seen the sorcerers recently? I like kind of glance up to see if there's a hole in the roof I can see the sky from.
A little while ago, they moved off. Seemed to be that they were retreating.
Commander, we also had to destroy one in combat. I did obtain this. I passed the map off to Gale Whispered, and I provide a brief sort of summary of who these people are that are here now.
Before you ask, by the way, it's going to take you some time to go over this map properly.
Cool. Is there some way I could do a cursory roll just to see if it's cursory?
There's no curse on it. It's
Okay.
definitely been used in the function of sorcery.
Okay.
But otherwise, looking over it initially, there isn't like a battle plan. There isn't, and whatever was going to happen, since he swiped his hand over it at the end, he's cleared away a lot of the evidence. Maybe not all of it. Sorry, they've cleared away a lot of the evidence. Maybe not all of it, but for now, it's not obvious what it was used for.
I will be spending some time with this man.
Yeah, sure. Just fold it
Commander.
up and wear it like a hat.
Oh, yeah. a little sailor's cap, like
Yeah.
one of those like boat caps. Commander, can I request a small team? I have eyes on Garavel out in the field, but I wanted to return these first.
Perfect. And there's also Fiej and Azura just in a little down the hall from the entrance
Okay.
to the tunnels.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically I'm gonna start, making sure that people are fed, but also start sending out scouting parties to get eyes on the retreating forces. Basically, get eyes on the campus and start pulling in anyone that we know where they're located.
Right, including Garabel and the others in the underground.
So less focus on stealth at this point.
It would
Commander
seem that most of the opposing force has retreated or left. So, I mean, keep an eye out, but...
Commander, there are still some faculty members that we've found. Certainly not many. The enemies are in retreat, as near as we can tell. Should we let people know what this was? What this attack means for the House of
Brevin
Bell?
is like, what was it?
Yeah, exactly.
I would advise ascertaining who among the faculty survive and consulting with them. Because whatever message comes out of this House of Bells needs to be a united one.
With all due respect, Gale whispered, I think we have to be making decisions right now before this one does anything again. I point at Viren.
I give him another crunch.
Sorry. This one.
Quick Rat trots up. You want me to just like make sure that he can't even move or do anything? Like
Rope
this?
would be good. Yep.
Okay, it's going to be a little bit heavier than rope. I can go to the forge and get a hold of a bunch of chains. We can see what we can do to hold on to him. But let's not make it easy for him.
It's true. Fire rope.
He has sorcery as well.
Well, we'll make sure that his hands can't really move that much.
So.
Pyres, could you lead a force that you find level-headed to check thoroughly through the administration building?
I saved something. And Quick Rat, as he's leaving towards the forge, lifts up one bag and shakes it, and it has the distinct shape and like protruding bone of a large steak. And he leaves.
What? Oh boy.
Flavienne was returned to remain
She was
here
one of
in
the ones who
base.
brought Brevin back, so she's
Yes.
in the lecture hall.
Yeah, so I, if I'm going to be doing another run through the administration building, yeah, Kate. Oh, sorry, Kate.
I mean, I just want to also offer for Pyres to maybe address the troops and give them a bit of a pep talk before, with not necessarily giving clear answers, but a bit of a pep talk before he scoots off.
Understood. The Wild Hunt is here to. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry. Yeah. So, hello. I'm going to. I'm going to take a moment, John, to speak to everyone who's here. I know there's rations going around and people coming and going, but I'm going to take a moment to really, try to inspire a sense of pride and not respect, but no, it's like when you respect someone's work, like you trust. I want to inspire a sense of trust in Aresta's command. I'm gonna fill in people on what we know about the assault. The forces seem to be in retreat. We have some enemy combatants here. They've laid down their weapons. We have no reason to believe that they are a threat to us. We're keeping an eye on them. We're going to ascertain how many faculty members are still left alive so we can consult then on our next moves. If there are no more, we'll make the best decisions for the House of Bells at this time. You've all done an incredible job defending this place and each other. Someone told me just a few moments ago that this place is more than the walls and the buildings and the grounds and the glade. It's all of us. It's not just the training it provides, but it's who we grow up to become. And I want you all to know that we've done well today to defend something that we all hold dear. Good work.
So roll. This is a charisma presence. You can get your 2 dice for it.
Yep. Charisma, presence.
Yeah, that's not max.
No, this is Ripley. It's a very
Just contrast.
it's a very dark Ripley, I think, back there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Trippy.
Shadow Ripley.
Yeah.
Oh, frackin'. Ripley.
Hi, Fripley.
9 successes.
After
Damn.
10,000
Love
years,
it.
I'm
We love
free. Okay,
And
so
Scott,
you
what
were
did
trying
you
to
do differently
instill
this time?
you were trying to instill in the group trust in the commanding officer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because, she's the person who's led us to this current
Who's going out
Victory.
on
Yeah.
this strike team?
Flavienne Brevin. Yeah.
Okay. So you
Single
continue
edges-
to split the party. You head out. What about the 2 of you?
Just checking some stuff.
I'm starting to study the occult map just in case it does reveal another plan. I just want to put as much time into it. As quickly
That's
as
going to be an
possible.
intelligence occult roll.
'Kay.
The difficulty is I'm going to keep the difficulty low relatively. It's going to be 3,
Okay.
but I warn you that you're going to need a lot of threshold successes to fully unlock it.
Okay.
If things continue to seem under control here, then I'll probably actually join the party with Pyres and
Well, you are the commander on set. You're the commander on set right now.
And on set.
yeah.
That's 30.
Thank you, 30.
So you can choose. It's
Yeah,
up to you.
I'm gonna go because
Okay.
I've given my next set of orders for our tasks, and then I'm gonna head out and be useful.
Okay. So where are you going?
I was tasked with thoroughly checking the administration buildings for surviving faculty. I want to make sure that Garavel is being brought back. But the goal is to see if Commandant Nuven is alive.
Okay. What is your first goal? Because you're saying like 8 things,
A
but I need to
bunch
know
of
where you're
things.
going now.
Yeah, we're going now to check the administration offices for faculty.
Yeah, I would have sent other students to go get Garavel because
To
we
get
know where he
Garavel.
is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So you are headed out to the administration building.
hmm
Mhm.
Okay. As you're striding forward, by now there's enough dust and grit that even the existing obsidian that was on the ground has since been taken care of, except for perhaps inside the barracks because it's not as exposed. The barracks seem relatively untouched alongside the lecture hall. It seems that it's mostly the administration building that was taken out, or the administration complex, I should say. With the exception of Nuven's cottage, buildings do not remain standing. So you can search through rubble, you
Yeah.
can search through tunnels, but whatever came in here hit like a truck and left.
I mean, not to put too fine a point on it, but I'm also looking for remains then,
Yeah.
right? Like, just...
Okay. So this is going to be a perception survival roll.
Okay. Heavy is the head that wears the crown?
Does one
not
help
really
the
applicable
other, or
here.
do we both roll?
You're both going to roll.
Okay.
Okay.
Four successes.
4
Good.
successes.
I also got 4 successes. Sorry.
Okay. Aresta, you're the one who finds Tepet Nuven. You can see that her braids are wrapped around the neck of some other opposing force, but both are dead, lying on the ground. The artifact blades that were concealed in her hair still biting into the neck. So it's clear that whoever her opponent was wasn't the one who killed her. It seems that she was probably crushed by something massive, probably something more massive than the building that fell.
I take a moment. And then make a mental note of where she is. I look for some landmarks of some particularly large pieces of rubble and keep going.
Okay. You begin uncovering other administrators, other teachers who you've had. So far, there are no survivors that you can find. Pyres, you, as you're going through and looking, you see that a lot of the people who you're finding are actually opposing force.
Okay.
They're legionnaires
Right.
who have been taken out. Most, in fact, of the dead are legionnaires. So it seems that there was a good fight that was put up. But then abruptly, of the people who you find, of the faculty who you find that are dead, they have died by massive crushing blows.
Yeah.
Aresta, you're the one who finds Seven Fingers,
Oh, I was just gonna ask.
and he's still alive. Coughing and trying to push what looks like half of the Games Master's cottage off of him. And you can
I
see
don't
that
like
just
that.
one side of his face has been scraped, but
Ouch.
you easily,
Lift it and enough to get him out.
and he just drags himself out. His leg is crushed. He can't put weight on it right now, but it's attached.
Yeah. Didn't give him my
That's a win, right?
left arm to lean on. Have you heard anyone else recently?
This points to his jaw.
Can you nod? We're gonna keep looking.
Stints.
They're by and large all right. We're gonna bring you back to our base.
You feel him pat like twice on your shoulder, reassuring.
I'm gonna head back with him. I'm gonna shout out. And I'm gonna just shout over the building, because at this point, again, I feel like I have no sign that there are people lurking in the corners. If
No.
they are, come get me.
Fuck!
I'm a commander and I'm pissed.
If you're
I'll throw
alive,
some
make any
things at
noise you can. And I'm gonna bellow that as loud as I can. And then
Way off at the forge. Hello.
Ouch.
and then I'm gonna
So you're dragging him back?
I'm gonna support him as much as I can.
So
or as
he
much as he'll let me.
he reaches forward and
Yes.
he pulls out the fire wand that he went and found, and he just keeps an eye, letting it waver, but still trying to defend you as you are pulling him back to safety.
Absolute sweetheart.
Caravel's quite injured, but alive as well. Bracken is also around. You'll see the student situation.
Grades will improve.
No one to fail me.
He starts to laugh through gritted teeth, appreciating that particular brand of humor as you pull him back.
Very good.
Pyres.
Yeah. I mean, I'm on the hunt. I'm not gonna. It's clear that the fight has been over for some time. we're doing a sweep for survivors, but that's what we're gonna do.
You find no additional survivors in this area.
Goddamn
The faculty are well and truly gone.
Yep.
Either
That's-
fled or dead.
So then, my next stop, I'm gonna make sure that, like, I'm just gonna turn to Flavienne and Brevin and once again say, again, for your service, both of you, everyone. This is going to be a very heavy day, but we did what we had to do.
Some of us more than others.
Yeah. Guess we're gonna have to figure out what the next steps are, who we can trust. At least we've got each other, right?
I know it looks bad. At the same time, if you look, we have so many who survived. More have survived than died. This could have been a lot worse.
Loss always feels like the worst thing in the world, but Flavienne, you're right. It's good to be reminded of what you were able to save.
It's true.
I'm going to start heading back with them, but on the way, I'm just going to sort of tell them. You know, I'm not going to tell them everything necessarily, but I am going to say, I think we're going to need to make a play to get out of here soon. We have the commander, but the forces on the ground were being led by my sister.
It
And
isn't safe to stay here.
She's not the type to give up.
It isn't safe. We have to go.
Where are we going to take X students? X 100 students, I don't know. What kind of place is going to take us in?
We're still princes of the earth.
That's true. And we're hardly powerless. Come on, let's get back to HQ, and I need to speak with Bracken.
Okay. So you're heading right back to the lecture hall?
I am looking for Bracken above everything else.
Okay. So you're just leaving Garavel out there?
No, I'm
No.
gonna make sure that he's brought back.
I think Aresta sent another team
Yeah,
to
I
go and
sent
get him.
some students because we knew where he was.
Okay. So you are going to return to the lecture hall.
I'm on the hunt for Bracken, yeah. I'll deliver my report to Aresta as well if I see her first. Sorry.
Cadet?
Did you find what you were looking for?
Not as of yet, no. Commander! And two of the students who you sent out trot up. Did you find any other survivors?
7 figures.
Sir. And Seven Fingers is just like, yes, hi, like looking around, trying to see. You can tell immediately that he's plotting where are the entrances and exits, how many people are in here, are we well defended here, can we stay here if we need to. Like, his mind is churning even if he can't
Let him
talk.
look at all of that, and I continue to walk him towards where our medical row is.
Yep.
It's too bad that we don't have use of a doctor. We find him out there. His throat was slit. No legs.
The legs we knew.
I'm gonna turn back towards Bracken.
Okay.
With this news.
What happened?
I believe that makes... I was the last person to see him alive, but I know he was alive. that makes you the last person to see him after that.
I saw him alive.
And
What
then
happened
not.
to him?
You told me to head back to the lecture hall.
I did. He said he was safe there. I'm sorry to do this, but please turn out your pockets.
I beg your pardon?
Turn out your pockets, or you will leave this place.
She has
Any
pockets?
bloodstained daggers? No bloodstained daggers?
Shows nothing.
Okay. Not gonna. Oh God. I'm sorry. I am sorry.
We can't.
Yes, you very well might be. And she stands up and starts walking away.
Sinus Bracken? You are under suspicion.
Whoop.
You are not to leave these barracks. Or this, whatever, this camp.
So sad.
I believe he's the ranking officer. And if he's not the ranking officer, I bloody well am. You will not treat me this way.
Did not command. There is no professor commanding the House of Bells at this time.
Well, then it's time that one started. We need to make our way out of here. We can't remain.
No. You have lost all rank and right and responsibility here at this remnant. These students answer to me.
What? What on earth are you talking about?
Or would you like to lose your girlfriend? I do try to say that in a quiet tone rather than to the whole room.
Ooh.
Yeah, everyone's like, "Oh my God, a girlfriend!" Like, totally.
Off
breaks
in the
the-
distance, someone's like, "What?" I'm not staying here under your command.
You cannot be trusted because you know that there is another that bears your visage.
I'm leaving. And
I
she
will
starts
give you
heading
one
towards
more
the door.
opportunity to stay, or I will have to stop you by force. I glance quickly at Gale Whispered.
Gail, who's actually, I'm going to say, not paying attention. I
Wow.
think she's been off to the side looking at the map. I think she's so engrossed
What a dude.
that she hasn't noticed what's going on. If somebody calls her name, she will snap out of it, but she's hyper-focused right now.
That's fair.
So,
I'm gonna motion to Flavienne, and I think I want to take us towards the door to head her off.
I've been here for longer than you've been alive, and this is how you betray me. Us. This whole school.
You're gonna repeat what the forces who just tried to destroy us were saying?
Commander!
Yes.
Commander, the librarian and the quartermaster are outside.
Juin. Quartermaster. No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Sorry. I was like, but for some reason that was Nuven, but not. This is an imposter.
Swords out, guns out,
Yeah.
guns out.
Martial arts stance.
I wouldn't. I really wouldn't. You're much better off letting me leave.
You killed A helpless man.
I ended the suffering. The man who would not survive. Now, either you let me go, and you have a chance to get out of here peacefully, and save the lives of all those here, perhaps even one day be regarded as a hero, or we fight here, now, and I guarantee you that before 6 seconds pass, there will be 30 who will fall.
Why wait so long to do this, if you're so powerful?
Because my quarrel isn't with you.
Well, if you're so powerful, evaporate. You did it before.
Commander,
Yes.
can we let them in?
Yes.
The door opens up, and you hear a, "Is everyone all right in here?" And
That's
Bracken walks in, and you see that she's got Juin with her, holding her by the wrist. Not unkindly, but like, definitely it's not like they're not holding hands. She's just like, with her hands resting here.
I mean, that's...
And Juin's eyes are quite wary as she's looking around.
All right, I'll let you go if you win this.
Oh. Yeah, no, it's good.
A game.
Ah,
I can play a game.
And I am trying to get your attention.
oh, you are?
We'll let them do what they're
Yeah,
doing.
be right with you.
Well, I'm trying to get Gail's attention
I'll
from
be
where
right
I
with
am.
you, Pyres.
No, Gail.
Are you right next to me? Like, are you physically
Yeah,
touching
I'll
me?
go. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Gail.
Best out of 3.
And then I'm
Right.
looking. I'm motioning over to Bracken, Juin, Fracken, and Aresta. Things might get ugly momentarily. I just thought you'd want to see her before she leaves. One way or another. This map's not going anywhere.
Might.
Just defend your commander. Okay. Thank you.
Does she?
What?
And I think we'll end the session there.
No.
My way's not very sportsmanlike.
My way's not
That's the
very
fake one. I say with like teeth falling out of my face. Fake.
Oh my god.
Avenge, blah, blah, blah.
That, yeah, I
That's
definitely pulled it too far out.
Yeah.
I didn't want to hit you in the face.
That's
Okay.
fair. Rock, paper, punch.
How'd you know Punchy's favorite game?
Oh, Pitch's
It's
favorite
actually
game was
punch, punch. Punch, punch.
God.
Wow.
Pick up the
Damn.
scissors, throw them behind you, keep punching.
Yeah, exactly. You don't need those where you're going. Woo.
Resta has one simple trick. This one simple trick, the doctors will hate, or whatever. In this case, it's the
None of
Fracken
10
will hate.
dentists agree. Yeah, whatever.
Well,
Doctors hate this simple trick. Very
Well,
good.
I'm compelled to ask, Elizabeth, what did you learn today?
that yeah, we have to figure out where we're going next. That we
Yeah.
can't stay here.
Yeah.
It's not a question of like fortifying and like just like we've fully got to lead everybody out of school.
Kate?
Resta really still wants to find ways to empathize. She just wants to understand. She
all
really
I
wants
want.
to try to empathize and get others, specifically get them to empathize rather than just attack.
Scott?
I learned that I think similarly to Kate though. I learned that people can't, like, zealots can be convinced, you know. And I'll circle back around to that momentarily. But like, we have more power than we think, and that's been really cool.
A play moment? Elizabeth?
Arresta's impassioned speech to morale.
Honestly. Sorry. Honestly.
Yeah. Pyre's impassioned speech to the students.
Yes.
Yes, that's fun. Hey,
Yeah, it's nice. I'm like, go do your thing.
go inspire them.
Go be.
And I'm gonna say I really liked Liz how I liked the use of lore. I liked your use of lore to establish a fact, which then was kind of leveraged by both you and Arresta to kind of like maybe flip the morale thing on its head. Like, I'm not sure if that's sort of the ultimate, like, I'm not sure if there's the full switch that's happened with her yet, but definitely the use of the lore roll to establish something that's like kind of true anyway. Like, the intention was right anyway, so it was like cool to make it real.
Thank
you know,
you.
I thought it was really cool. Too many.
So we've got one episode left of this before the end of the season.
Yeah. Damn.
Do you feel like you're in a different place than at the beginning of the season?
Yes. I say yes.
Same property.
Yeah, same,
Yeah.
same physical place. Yeah, no, I certainly feel. I mean, we'll probably talk more about this in our post-season wrap-up with Froyo, which is in 2 weeks' time.
Is it a Froyo? I mean to ask this.
Good question.
Is it a Froyo because there's a Froyo for the end of the campaign, or is a Froyo going to be whenever we do like a wrap-up?
I'm gonna bring Froyo, so
Yeah.
I'm
I
going to
guess
ask
we can call
Aragorn,
it
just out
whatever
of curiosity, because we got
It's
it
her
from
term,
Aragorn.
yeah. But
This was session 20.
yeah, this was session 20.
yeah.
Jordan.
But the season ends next week. That's our last full episode.
So who wants to explain what a Froyo is for Pramster?
I do. Well, I'll jump in.
We need a Froyo command.
We've kind of started. Well, I don't know if it's where the tradition originated necessarily, but at the end of our campaigns, and right now we're debating whether it's the end of the season as well, we have a session dedicated to wrapping up the campaign, helping us kind of let it go, sail off into the sunset, talk about moments that we loved, deconstruct choices, talk about what was awesome, etc. And we do it while having frozen yogurt or non-dairy or
Frozen
other
Non-dairy
dairy.
gum-based beverages.
Yeah, exactly. whatever you love, really. Yeah. Oh, damn. I'm down weirdness. That sounds awesome.
I don't know
And-
if McDonald's shakes are vegan or not.
I
think they're
doubt
dairy.
it. McDonald's doesn't have any vegan stuff out yet.
That is, well, I mean,
They were at one point because they made them out of potato, not out of milk.
what?
Yeah, that's
Sorry.
That's why they were called
What?
shakes and not milkshakes.
Oh, that's true. Hmm.
To the Googles.
Neat.
But
Definitely wouldn't mind like a vegan milkshake. We can make some.
Yeah,
Maybe.
we have soy milk.
Done.
But that's not to say that we don't have some things coming up.
Hmm. What a great sesh.
Just-
Oh, John, what did you learn? Sorry.
Yeah.
I have to
What did
circle
I
back
learn?
to
All
it.
right. That's not something that I learned, but I will point out that it is very important for you to have either backup plans or very fast improv skills when the people who you are confronted with end up doing things that you did not expect. And succeeding at roles you did not expect to succeed, but mostly when they do things that you realize make them the heroes of their story, and to not let that go.
That's
Tuesday?
nice. Tuesday, yeah, in 2 days' time at 1800 over on my channel, twitch.tv/BiffTheBoss. I'm currently streaming The Outer Worlds. Sergey in space. We have a good time. I've been really enjoying hearing all the voices that I know and just starting the glorious socialist revolution. It got a little bloody last time, honestly. A little rough, but it's going to be good. Join me over there Tuesday at 6 p.m.
On Wednesday, I've been asked a couple of times. I will do it this time around. We're going to see if I can get my elo up in chess, specifically
on.
blitz chess, possibly bullet chess. We'll see. It was a challenge for a scrub check offered to me by Giladgood. We still have to negotiate a little bit because right now I don't think the challenge is reasonable in that I would basically have to have perfect games throughout the entire thing in order to win. But we can definitely work something out, I think, and we'll be doing that. And I haven't really played chess seriously since I was like 8. So, oops. But we'll see what we can do. Thursday, clinic hours, we're going to have a chance to do some looking at... Last time we had a great session where we were talking about the GM sins as posited by Requiem Lost, who gave us a series of videos that went them, and we kind of went down them. I have seen a couple of other videos by this person, including the RPG social contract, which we might take a look at. Kung Fu Fenders is sending an idea for a topic. Also, we will have some more essence to chew on. So we might have a look at some of that stuff coming up on Thursday. Friday?
We're continuing with the punch effect.
It's the punch effect. Yeah.
That's at 6 on my
that's been
channel.
Great.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of fun, actually. Yeah, I feel like we're gonna get off world again.
I got to interrupt you for a second.
Oh.
Literally just got a message which might change what happens at RPG Clinic.
Oh.
So stay tuned for that. I think it might be exciting.
All right.
Literally just got it now.
Right now, 9 p.m. Oh.
Go ahead. Keep going. Sorry.
Mass Effect.
Saturday, yeah, so there's Mass Effect, and then Saturday at 11 there is the rewatch of this episode at 11 on this channel, and then we are continuing Drew Crew. We're finishing The Secret of Shadow Ranch at 3 o'clock on my channel.
You have to tune in for Drew Crew. I don't care if you haven't read the rest of the book, if you haven't been there for it. Just, it's so fucking bonkers. It's amazing. And the way that these two bring it up, you have to.
You
show
haven't
up
lived
for
until
Drew
you've
Crew.
seen Scott talk to himself as 4 different
You
cowboys
had like
before.
you had like 4 or 5. Liz had 4 or 5 voices back to back today. This is the thing, like doing essentially audiobooks, but together we're also commenting like snidely at it back and forth, which is a lot of fun. Is there a badass mount? There is, Requiem Lost.
There
You have
sure
to tune in
is.
now. Bosh. I am going to also be streaming shortly after that on Saturday night. At 17 or 1800 again on Bit the Boss. Crosshair and I are going to continue our Doomed Twombed campaign. We're approaching the end of the campaign, just as we're approaching the end of our time in this apartment, which is going to time out fucking great.
Cute.
So that'll be really nice.
And next Sunday, we will be here for episode 21, the end of season 1 of ExalTwitch Academy. We'll see how we wrap up this sticky situation and sail off into a little bit of a between-season break, starting with a Froyo the week after.
Just before we go, we have to thank, of course, she who knows 10,000 things. Erwin has been amazing, especially making it a sub-only chat today. Thank you so much for that, and for all of you for your support. That means so much to us, especially in this turbulent time of moving. I am going to also call out Entropy's Disciple and Strength of Borders, who are doing a lot of work behind the scenes and on our Discord. Our Discord, which you should totally be at, because that is a cool place to discuss not just this, but also other news in and around the RPG space. I'm also going to say, look, we don't call out other streams all that often because there's so many that are worth it. You got to go look at Super Dylan. Got some really cool stuff going on over there. And honestly, especially if you want to see great representation in role-playing, you can find it.
You have to.
There.
That's Pukajutsu. Okay? You have to.
Literally.
Yes.
Now you have to.
Yeah.
We've got one more episode of this, but more Exalted goodness is coming. What is it going to be? We don't have that answer just yet, but it will be coming soon. And trust us, as long as we're having fun, we hope that you'll be having fun too.
Yay. Thanks, folks.
See you next time.
Bye. Bye.